And if you're leaving us now, I don't know. My show.
Da-da-da-da-da. We are the Navy Blues.
Welcome this afternoon, Simon Label Werribee, and it is Werribee Centrals taking on Inverleigh. First versus third, the only undefeated side in this competition at this stage of the year is the Werribee side, and they will look to further that this afternoon. Welcoming you to the broadcast is also back with us again, Richard Grubby Cations, his hometown, and he's pretty happy to be here after his birthday yesterday.
Well, turning 59 yesterday was fantastic, Smithy. 60 next year. But it doesn't matter. You can have your birthdays. You can have your Christmas days. You can have your Melbourne Cup days. But today's past Players' Day. This is Grubby Day.
Look out. It should be a good day up there. If there's a few boys wandering through already, I've been out there and looked. But also we're here this afternoon. Archie Burley's with us. And Arch, welcome to you. Nice to see you back here this afternoon.
Thanks, Smithy. Looking forward to the game today. If anyone's going to knock off Werribee, I reckon Inverleigh could give them a good run for their money. And also, Grub, how good was his birthday, having his beloved Blues get the win over Geelong last night. So we'd be keen for that. We'd be keen for an unbiased call today.
Well, I don't know if you're going to get that too. Well, maybe last time, but yeah, it was a good birthday present. But I don't let it focus on me. But you've come all the way from Geelong, missed the turn, and finished up at Werribee Plaza, you idiot. How would you possibly do that?
Werribee's a very big place. And actually, I came from Torquay as well, so I had another 25 minutes on it. So.
Oh, well, that's an excuse. Fair enough. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I tell you what, it did take a while. It was all right getting to the service station on the highway, but getting from there to here, it's a bit of a task these days. It wasn't clear running, and
I can't wait to retire and get out of here. Mate.
You wouldn't want to be running late, I tell you. It's.
I'll tell you a fact, right? I could ride my push bike from Wyndham to Hoppers Crossing quicker than you can now drive a car the same course.
That wouldn't surprise me.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I thought I missed the turn myself. I thought I was in Melbourne there at one stage with all the traffic. So
that old
anyway,
Geelong road,
I'm glad I still live at Bannockburn.
You know that old Geelong road, and you come off that.
Yep.
It took me from there to the end of the street. I was on the wrong street anyway, but about 25 minutes. So
incredible.
Traffic not good. That's all right. Football.
We're here now.
Yeah, we're happy to be here. My word, it is. It's going to be a good afternoon of football. As I said, conditions didn't think it was going to be that good yesterday, but it's definitely woke up this morning. A bit overcast, but it's definitely a bit brighter out here. Obviously, that may change during the course of the afternoon, but at this stage, perfect for football. No wind, no sun. There's no excuses for a lot of footballers out there this afternoon. As I said, the game itself should be a ripper. We have a little bit of not a break next week. We've got interleague football taking place next Saturday. That's out at Wintersea again, so that'll be also something to look forward to. And as I said, the rest of the games here this afternoon and around the league, we are also, there's a fair bit of interest going on out there because, as I said, I think you're still right, Grub. I think there's round down to about round down number seven or eight. Well, we're talking about the Werribee races today. Right, the number 7 and 8, they're all on 16 points. So there's some important wins had to be had, and obviously also with that will come some percentages they'll need to have.
One of the great legends of all times just walked in. The great Johnny Law. Sorry, go on.
So we have got some other games we're looking at this afternoon. As I said, the Belmont Lions are at home. They're currently second. They take on East Geelong, who are currently fourth. And I think this is going to be one of the one of the interesting games of the round, and that can nevertheless set one of these two sides a pace from the rest of the field, I would think. So, your thoughts here for this game, Grub?
Well, you did right. And the Belmont are actually 5-2, but East are one of those sides that are on that 4 games and 3 losses. And when you look at it, I think they're about 144%, Bannockburn 114, North 122, Winch 110, and Inverleigh 146. So not a huge percentage. It's one maybe lower side away from being very, very close. So it is very, 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 very close, except obviously for the team we're going to watch today. But Belmont, they've had one bad one, and that was only a second half against Werribee. The rest of them have been pretty good. Look, some of their good players, I'll tell you what, that Hootsmark, right? He's either the Neville Whitley favourite or he's writing the best players in himself. Because he's in there first every week. So he must be having a great year. Rock Marnie last week, Anderson. And look, that was a really good win up at the hill by 9 points after a Trounathan the week before. It just shows that the side's got a fair bit of character and they came back and they played very, very well. East, well, they had a big run at Werribee last week and it looked like they could have got up and they just faltered in the last 15 minutes where Werribee able to just kick clear and win by 19 points. Crombie back to his very, very best. Ezard kicked 4. Beardsall was good. There was one other bloke that didn't kick any last week. We might talk about later. And that was a pretty good effort as well. This is tough. To me, home ground advantage. East Belmont's got that little tiny ground. East is pretty big. That's only the difference for me. I'm going for Belmont at home. Who was that?
Obviously, this game's obviously important for Belmont. Like I said, they were probably put in their worst performance a couple of weeks ago against the Werribee side, but that hasn't been the case for most of the season. Very good against Bannockburn a couple of weeks ago, and then their win up, as Grab said, up at Belpost Hill, that was also pretty impressive because Belpost Hill aren't going that badly. So they've got themselves travelling pretty nicely at home. They're probably, for me, I always consider them to be a 5 or 6 goal better side. How do you think that'll affect East Geelong and where they need to be?
Yeah, well, 5 and 2, I'd say East Geelong's had the harder of the 2 draws at 4 and 3. I think looking at this game, one thing I do like about last week's game is you didn't see East Geelong relying on the one person I think Grubby was alluding to before in Zach Smith. He didn't kick any goals. But you had Ezard chip in, he kicked 4, and then also who's the other one? Beardsall with 3,
and
then
Steele got a couple of
with
goals.
a couple as well.
2.
So it's good to see you got other avenues to goal as well. Instead of just relying on the one player. I think that also the other game we're going to mention with Belmont is that the one earlier in the year, round 2, when they lost to Winchelsea. That was a pretty big thumping as well. But no, I tend to lean towards East Geelong to bounce back because from all reports they had a really good game against Werribee last week, and obviously we're thinking Werribee team's going to be the premier team of the competition. So to go with them for as long as they did, I mean, it's one of the closer results they've had, Werribee this year.
Well, they're the premier team of the competition at the moment, but it's round 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Injuries going away. There's still a lot of rounds to go. And that's what I wanted to say about Zach Smith. Right? Didn't kick any goals last week. Don't matter. Right? And that's what I've been trying to get into. It matters at the end. Right? A 12-goal haul against the bottom side in round 1, 2, or 3 doesn't mean much. A 4 or 5-goal haul on St Albans in a final will win you a final. Yeah. Right? The other one doesn't matter. Someone else will kick him. Will win you a final. And he's just got to concentrate on going along, kicking a few here. All right, you kick a bag now and again. But he's got to concentrate on playing good football in the final. And you know what? If he does, East, with these other blokes chipping in, will be very, very hard to beat.
Definitely.
So I just tend to think that the home side advantage or the ground advantage down at Belmont Lions will be enough for them to get up over the line. So I'm going to go that way and think that they can get the job done. As we know, Belpost Hill are at home once again, and they're taking on your mob, Arch Thompson, Tommy Tigers.
Obviously,
they were pretty competitive last week, the Tommy Tigers, but just fell away again when I think the Anarchy boys took over late in the game. But you give them a chance.
Yeah, once again, I think the inexperience of Thompson got the better of them last week, and that's where Anarchy flourished at the end of the game, just having a few more experienced players. I don't think that Thompson will be able to get up today. I think they've had another couple of injuries and people away, etc. I think there's 4 out today. So yeah, there's also problems with the points as well. So yeah, you're going to have the experience. And we watched Belpost Hill a couple of times this year. It's probably when this is one of the games where Belpost Hill can rest some of those older players as well. I'd be interested to see hearing your thoughts on that, Grubby. If you would rest your Yates, Whitney, etc. Costello, would you consider doing that?
There's a couple of they have made a couple of changes, haven't they? Because
Yeah.
I think Baseley's back in.
Yeah, about 9, I think.
Yeah,
Someone said.
I see. What's the big fellow? Ren Lovett. his name.
Ren Lovett's in, but I
Yeah.
didn't see Brock Carter's name.
No.
So that's obviously why.
Yep.
But would you consider resting blokes? Yes, I would, but not the bloke you mentioned. If you want to rest Yates, you want to be able to fight. Because he's going to fight you to play, whether it be a practice match, a normal match, a final,
He would like standing.
or a game of darts or hula hoops. He'll want to play, so you don't rest him. But Dylan Whitney, Cozzy, if you like, maybe Timmy Barton even. I don't think he'd want to rest either.
Whitney is not named.
Well, he'd be the perfect one to rest.
Yeah.
Because he just has to, he gets the knock still. He still goes in hard. So, yes, rest a couple, but no, not Yates, because he'll knock you out, I reckon. He wants to play every single game.
There's a situation where I know you've got an opportunity to do that, and obviously Thompson's performance over the season hasn't been obviously 100% great, but you're risking a little bit with the unknown at Thompson. I know, as I said, they have got some injuries themselves, but you wouldn't want me to take this lightly and go up there and get beaten by, and it's by even a point, and then sort of throws your season to some disarray.
Well, I've got a funny feeling that Ash Whitney's not that type of bloke.
Yeah.
He will not make them go easy. They might rest a few players, but they'll still pick a side that they believe are capable of beating Thompson today. And I think they will. Last week they got beat up there by 9 points.
Yep.
So that'll really hurt them, I reckon. They just, I don't know, that will really, really hurt them. Flacavento was good. Bannister was good. Joshy Norman's back. I don't know if he's playing every week, but he played last week and played pretty well.
Flew in?
Yeah, he flew himself in.
I think he was down for.
I think he landed.
Yeah.
He landed in the paddock alongside Belpost Hill footy
Not
ground.
on the highway.
No, not the highway. No. But look, they were obviously pretty good. That would have been a really good game to go and watch, actually, Belmont and Belpost Hill last week. But I just think they're probably, Thompson. Geez, I don't know. Thompson, I thought were good. They got within a goal,
Yep.
And I thought they were pretty good, but they just lacked finishing skills in the finish. Sam was good. Eden was good. Dixon was good. That loss by 29 points shouldn't have happened, I don't think. I reckon they got close enough to really give them the fright. And if that's what's going to happen out at Anarchy, I just don't think they can go up to the hill and beat them. I don't.
Yep.
But they are improving every week. You're giving these kids a go, and they're going to get better and better and better.
And you got to expect that as well. I mean, no one would expect Paul Lynch to be able to play so many kids. I think last week you had against 17 players under 25. So no one's expecting them to go out and for it to not take time. So everyone knows.
So who comes out of their side from last week? Out of this,
Well, there's
can you remember?
having a look at the players in.
Did Sammy Jackie come up again?
Sammy Jack. I'll have a look here now. I think.
Right, you have a look at that.
I know there's Sam Jackie is named.
Yep.
There's Ollie Coe, who hasn't played a senior game before. He's been named.
Yep.
For Thompson. And Jay Dickey, who's played one reserves game this year. He's come in as well.
Okay. Well, it must have been a good reserve game then if he comes straight.
Oh, he did his shoulder. So then he hasn't played for 3 weeks. So he's straight to the senior. I think because they need a 1-pointer.
What about your mate? What happened to him?
Dalla.
Did he have concussion?
Yeah, he did. He was in hospital. On
So he's got to
Saturday
miss,
night.
19 or 21 days or something, does he?
Is it 14 days?
I don't know.
In Alley, is it?
I don't know.
I thought it was only 2 weeks.
I won't give you a prognosis because I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it seems like with that until he could be touch and go.
What
Oh,
do you
well,
mean? If he's in hospital with concussion, he's out for at least 2.
Yeah, well,
No matter what, he's not allowed to play.
You got the interleague game in between, which is obviously good timing.
Yeah, but he won't be allowed to play in that.
Yeah, that's
No,
the one.
I'm not saying that, but at least that gives him another way
He
from club.
definitely won't play in the week after
Okay.
because you're not allowed to if it's concussion.
He's gone away after next week anyway. So
So, well, that's the end of him then for a while.
So that won't matter. Won't be around. When he comes back, he can come back at round 20 and he'd be right to go again if they had round 20. But
he was looking at votes last week as well. He had about 9 touches in the first 8 or 9 minutes as well.
Well, I tell you what, Thompson would be very, very, very happy if he came back in round 20.
Yeah,
So that'd be the second round of the finals, you idiot.
that's all right. That's all good.
Can be a bit
Bannockburn, they are at home this afternoon, and they take on Geelong West. They'll probably see this as a chance to get some percentage. As I said, by the end of the year, it could become very, very important. But they are at home, and they've got a chance here to set themselves up for the rest of the season, Grub.
Well, as I said to you before, North 122%. Winchester below them, though. Who else? Eastern got
Belpo still.
144. Valpo still, we got 129. So Bannockburn need to beat Giants by a lot, and they will, because even though they've been competitive in first half, they've fallen away. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure I saw. Frangos did play last week.
He did?
In the back line, yeah.
Yep.
So they really need him down there, because we know we got, the other fellow Collins is pretty good. Butters was good last week. Highlighted Michael Lima. He must be near the end of his career, Michael Lima. He's been a beautiful footballer to watch. But Bannockburn last week, Hawker kicked 6. I got a funny. Is he playing today, Hawker?
I think he is named today.
Yep.
I'm not 100% sure there.
Well,
But
you better be careful because he is. I'm putting him down for 9 or 10 already. Clifton was good in Seller. Beat Corio by 22 points, which a lot of people think, well, that's not a great result. But Corio have been very, very competitive, and we'll get to them when we get to them. But it was still a win, and they need to go and beat the Giants today by a fair bit. And I just think they will. Because it might be the difference at the end of the year if it stays close.
Yeah, as I said, these are important games for them because I think they get a little patch. They've obviously played the top 6 sides, but when these next 3 or 4 games finished, then they've got to go back through that same process again. So the important ones are to win these games and put some little bit of percentage on.
Well, win them well.
The way. Yeah, exactly right. Arch, your thoughts? Bannockburn should win this game at home.
Yeah, I think it should be. I don't know. There's a whole lot more to be said about this game. Henry Hawker is playing, so I think it's a good tip from Grubby to put him out for 10 goals plus. And you think probably Collins will get the job on him, but Collins likes to not
Collins
really play
don't
on
do
him.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. He likes to kind of float around and be that rebound.
Scotty
defender.
Frangos will get the job on him, I think.
Yeah, so
The height difference.
Yeah, but there's a height difference everywhere. Collins ain't that tall either,
Yeah, no, but I think Collins would be a better matchup if
I
they're going to
think
go
that
that
will
way.
be
Yeah,
a
but then you'll lose
unanimous-
everything.
Yep. Craven's the only other bloke with tall down the back that might be able to throw to him.
Good to see Geelong West are playing some reserves players. I mean, Bay and Pappers, 2 players haven't played a whole lot of senior football, so they're really throwing the magnets around and using their whole list as well, which is what you're going to do in this situation.
So Andrew Clark will be definitely trying to get them to be more competitive, and that's what he's been able to do so far. As I said, I think up until probably the last quarter against Inverleigh, they were right in the game. So that's a big turnaround because we saw them charge home against Corio, but they'll need to be at their very best out there this afternoon. Bannockburn will win the game of footy, but the margin is, I suppose, something we'll need to sit back and watch. So very interesting there.
So what? There's a young kid out here, a recruit number 51. He's playing pretty well. He may be a senior player of the future.
Tell you what, he moves like someone else used to play here, I reckon.
Yeah,
So,
a bit like Tyler Crennan. Hang on.
might be his brother.
It is Tyler Crennan back. You little beauty.
He might be a very good inclusion in the next couple of weeks, you would think, Grub. With
I'll be a while away.
Yeah, you don't think he'll slip back in?
No. Just sit back, have a rest, enjoy yourself. That's down the ground. Enjoy yourself and, be there when it counts at the end.
That's it. North Geelong are at home this afternoon, and they take on their neighbour Corio. And they wouldn't want to be taking them lightly either. As I said, I'm not too sure whether North get a few back in this week. They had quite a few out last week, but they come up against Corio, who played some pretty good football, as did North Geelong last week, knocking off Inverleigh. So we probably didn't think that would be the case with all the injuries they had out. But obviously Peter Riccardi has been able to manage the boys coming in and got the win on the board. Can they do it again this afternoon, Arch, at home?
Yeah, I think North Geelong should get the job done pretty convincingly today. Jai Kenner is in for his first game of seniors of the year as well, so good to see they're making some changes. Tommy Davis in as well for North Geelong. What's that now? His 3rd game back, so we'll start to get some continuity and get some run in the legs as well. I think looking at the Corio team, it's good to see they're being competitive, but I do think that North Geelong will be too good. And they've got a pretty big rivalry as well. You guys know more about that, don't they?
Goes a
Well, they're
long way
both
back.
northern suburbs
Yeah.
sites. They're both next door neighbours, but North again at 122%. They need to put some percentage on the board because, as I say, they're 6th at the moment on percentage. You won't want to be 6th on percentage come after round 18 because that means you don't play finals. So I know a lot can happen in the meantime, but you've got to make hay while the sun shines. But it won't be as easy as you think. I listened to hashtag a little bit this morning, and Johnny Mitchell hit it right on the head. You know, you've got some new kids in, and they're going to be all right. The other kids are coming good, but you have to have covered Toby Bennett. You have to have covered Joel, who's not playing. You have to cover
Destin Burns.
Destin Burns. You have to cover the dual Whitley medalist, who's gone up
Matty
to Tatayoon,
James.
Matty James. You've got to cover the bloke that come last year, Russell Cowan. And I tell you, even the top sides, to lose players of that calibre would struggle to cover them. And Corio, as much as they've improved and tried their best, they've still finished bottom of the ladder. So it makes it so hard. But what they've got there at the moment is 22-odd kids that run out there and have a fair dinkum go every week. And that proved it last week. They tried to keep with Bannockburn. They got beat by under 4 goals. And I know, all right, yeah, it's a loss. And it's probably going to be a loss again today. But I'll tell you what, they'll give everything they got. And you just never know if you can set enough pressure. But I think North are going to be too good for them.
So young BJ played in their senior side at North last week and kicked a couple as well.
Well, yeah, and that's good for him. I'll tell you, the other bloke that played really well last week in the absence of a couple of defenders was Cambridge, one of the new blokes.
Yep.
Charlie Farrell back in the best. Oh, geez, I hope he can put, a dozen games together. He deserves it. Sammy Reynolds got in their best last week. That's good to see. And then with Corio, McMahon best again. We saw him. We thought he was a pretty good player, didn't we, McMahon?
Yep.
And he's been going well, Blakeney and Burns. So, yeah, I'm going for North, but I reckon Corio will just give it their best and give them a hell of a fright for a while.
Also, Oscar Riccardi just on North Geelong. He hasn't gone up to Peel Thunder yet, so I think they're having trouble finding work. But it comes to, next couple of weeks, if he's not gone, you probably don't think he'd go at all. So then, it's not, we want to see him go play a high level of football, obviously, but, I'm sure it's going to help North.
I don't.
You don't?
No, I want to see him play here in the GDFL because we like to come and see beautiful footballers, and he's a beautiful footballer to watch.
Well,
so I want to be selfish and see him, and I want to watch him, and his little brother's going to be the same. But I don't know what the clearance rules are.
Yeah, I was about to ask, when the cutoff is?
Well, normally clearances close June.
Yeah, end of June.
So whether you can still go and play at a higher level on a permit, I think you still could.
Yeah.
So if they find him a job, he can still go. But, gee, the more it looks like that not happening, the more it looks like he's going to stay and we can watch a good kid play. Simple as that.
Yes, no, as I said, he is a very good mover across the ground. We've mentioned that once or twice during the call, and this is his brother. But as I said, they've got a good base out there at North Geelong, and they're performing well. They have been performing pretty well, but they had a couple of hiccups earlier on. They've been able to rectify it last week, and they'll be looking to improve on it this week, I would think.
Well, they played very good football here in the night game.
Yes, you said that, yeah.
They were very good. It was just towards the end, they come home hard. They left it a bit late. But they played pretty good footy, good enough to me to say, hey, they're still a damn good side. Don't worry about that.
Final game before we look at our game here this afternoon is Winchelsea 8th take on Anarchy 9th. And again, I don't think there's too many players coming back into the Anarchy side from last week, but Winchelsea did play well last week. And they would think at home this afternoon would probably be still hard to beat, you would think, out there, Grub.
Oh, they'll be hard to beat out there. I don't know if all 3 parishes are playing. All 3 parishes playing? I thought one. Oh, no, he might be not playing in the interleague.
There's only one.
Is one of them out of the interleague?
Oh, well, there's only one name today, and that's Indy Parish.
Oh, so Cassidy
and Finn Parish are
not playing. That'll hurt them because the day we saw them, they were 1, 2, 3 for best on the ground. But Primer's kicked 11. All of a sudden, he's made the Wayne Tarquin medal race. He's lit it up. He's only about 3 or 4 or 5 goals behind now, which is unbelievable. We thought it was already gone.
Well, he's obviously a chance today against Anarchy out there too.
Yeah,
their best in.
If Hawker can kick, what I reckon 9 or 10, if he can kick that, he's back in the race. So all of a sudden we've got a legitimate race on again, And
we did say Primer did look the goods that day as well. That was
yeah, he did.
Gold Coast Hill.
Yes.
He's 31 goals. I think Smith's 38. So
38.
Yeah.
He was only on about 34 and kicked none, didn't he?
Yeah, he did kick none. So I'll double check that.
I better double check that, but I don't think he's 38. But look, they beat the Giants by 65. That didn't all go their own way early either. West give them a fair dinkum run for their money, but Ruben James is a pretty good kid too. But Anarchy last week, they impressed me for a little while, unimpressed me for a little while. I don't know how they let that Thompson side get so close, but when they did, they were able to come back and fire up and get away and still win by just on 5 goals. But they got within a goal of them, and I thought at that time, Thompson can win this. But as I say, full credit to Anarchy. They came back hard. He had Francesi Fulton kick 7, even though he didn't quite impress one of our judges who didn't give him a vote. Almost cost him the Wagyu steak at the Hotham Hotel, which is the best in the business. Mawson was good. Harms was fantastic. You know, I just look. If Anarchy play the footy that got them to 4 or 5 goals, 6 goals up, they're a chance. But if they play that footy where they don't chase and they don't run hard enough, Winchelsea will cut them the ribbons. And the fact that it's out at Winch, I'm going for Winch, but only just. That could be the close one.
Yep, no Barter back in the side still.
That worries me too. He's one of the best big men in the game.
No Dalhouse still.
Well, I think Jesse Mawson, Josh Mawson might be out too.
Oh, okay.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Yeah, because Josh Mawson obviously really good.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Him and the was one two punch with Gerard as well. Them both from the middle.
I
damaging.
I need Brad Gerard from what I saw. Now, obviously, the other games he's been great, but he tends to not play quite full quarters from what we've seen. You know, up at Bannockburn, up at Belfast Hill that day, he played 3 really good quarters.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Last week, he played a couple of good quarters, but he wasn't playing that great towards the end of the game. So I think he needs to put 4 good quarters together because he's one of their main men. But in saying that, he's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, yeah.
But unfortunately, when you've got a side who was sitting 9th on the ladder at 3 and 4, you just need, unfortunately, your better players to play very well every week. The top couple of sides can have a good player down, like we saw Benny Crombie down 1 week, or we saw McIntyre down for half a week, and they've got enough players to cover them. Anarchy is still looking for those players to come through. So, you know, he really needs to play for a good player. But as I say, I'm just going to go for Winch in the close one for today.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Winch as well. And another big out for Anarchy. Not named on their Play HQ team is Harms, the backman from last week.
Oh, is Mawson playing?
Mawson's not playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so those two blokes going out with what they've already got out makes it very hard to cover. So
I'm going to lean towards Winch even more now just because of that.
I think Winchelsea at home will be just that far too good for them. Look, we're going to take a little short break before we come back and look at this game this afternoon. And as I said, Werribee are taking on Inverleigh, and there's some important ins and outs in these both sides as well. So you're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. An important game, really, for both clubs. It has been Inverleigh, unfortunately, without their big ruckman this week. So that's a bit of a shame. Unfortunately, he was injured last week along with Jared Love, and also there was a third one in there, I think. Who was the other one? Condi was another coming out of their side. So they're really 3 important players for this club. and unfortunately for Inverleigh, they won't be there this afternoon, but they do get some inclusions back into their side, which will be handy, and none more important than probably Dalton Grundle, which will add that bit of height, pace around the ground, as I said, with how much he can do. Jarvis Miles comes in. I don't know whether he's played too many games this season, but he can play football. It'll be interesting to see how he goes. And Ethan Lubke is a name that I haven't seen in their senior side at all, so it looks like he might be playing his first game. So good luck to young fellow.
He's played 2 reserves games this year, and so yeah, this will be his first senior game. Might be his first senior game, but yeah, he's a young kid. He's come from the under-18s in Inverleigh last year. So good to see some homegrown talent come through the ranks with him.
So Werribee still without their number one ruckman. He's still injured, and by the reports, Grubby reckons he's still some 2 or 3 weeks away. Unfortunately, Brad Carlton also not in this side, but they seem to be going along pretty nicely, Werribee Centrals at this stage, and they're obviously with their performance so far at 7-0. That is a pretty good start to the season. They want to be enhancing that here this afternoon in front of the past players.
Definitely. I'll let Grubby touch a bit more on Werribee because I'm sure he wants to talk about them. But also Zach Plant's massive in for his first game back for Inverleigh. So after we saw him injure himself in that round 3 Anzac Day clash. So
as long as they give him enough time to get his body right, because he doesn't want to be breaking down again, unfortunately.
I tell you what they wanted to do was be an inside game.
Yep.
With Zach Plant, because if they can get the ball on the outside, Zach's not going to keep up, mate. I can tell you that now. But he has to make sure he gets in and under. But look, I don't really want to talk too much about anything at the moment because I just had a little accident. I've gone to the toilet. I think I've done my ACL. I've gone over. I'm overhead.
Tyler just saying he's got the same problem.
Yeah, it just went bang. I'm in trouble, but maybe I'll find a way to talk about it. Look, 7-0 was, I don't think was ever on the cards for Werribee Centrals. After watching the 2 practice matches, I thought, they'll be 5th or 6th, trying for 5th or 6th. But, gee, their best footy since has been terrific. Their best footy, I'll say it again, their best footy, I don't think other sides can match it. I don't think there's any side that can match their best. What they've got to do is make sure that Werribee Centrals don't play their best football. And when they don't, they turn it over, and they're pretty easily scored against. But look, the Belfast Hill game, they kicked 113. They kicked so many points and probably let North back in it a little bit. If they had the perfect half against Belmont, and you saw what happened there. There wasn't much in it at half time. They win by 15 goals.
Yep.
So when they play their best, they're good. And look, I really hope they don't play their best today. I hope they play half their best, and it's a great game of footy. But if they play their best, they'll win. I've got no doubt about that, especially when the big fella Wilson's not playing. Lovey, one of my favourite tough in and under players, isn't playing. Convy's not playing, who's good in defence. And in the meantime, Dalton Grundle's come back. It's only his first game. Look, he played 2 games in the 2s.
Who's that? Dalton?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not a lot of... Look, to me, Dalton's probably been the superstar player of the century to me. Week in, week out, him and Donny. Week in, week out, he's been one of their best I've seen since 2000, I reckon. And you would think a lot of clubs would say, throw him back in the ones. But I think it's a tribute not just to the club, but to Dalton. Number one, he probably asked to do it because he's such a beautiful kid. But number 2, even if he was asked, he put his hand up straight away and said, I'll do what you want to do. So he's played 2 games in the 2s, so he won't be as rusty as you think. And I reckon you'll see him play a good game. And look, a beautiful kid has to be. Comes from a wonderful family, as you know, Smithy.
Yes, mate.
So, and it's a tribute to say, all right, I'll play a couple of 2 games to get right. A lot of great players wouldn't do that. But
he was hoping, I think, to have this one in the 2s as well today, and then have the bye, and then have the 4 weeks.
But with all their injuries, again, they've probably asked him, and he's done what he's asked of him. But like in the past, I think Warren's been pretty good. He'll play in the ruck, will he, Warren?
Oh, I don't think they've got too many other options.
They have.
When you look out there, Lubke's a pretty tall kid now. I don't know whether they'll actually ruck him.
They're going to ruck him.
He's got a fair bit of size about him.
They're going to ruck him. They reckon he's only a kid.
Yep.
And they reckon he's going to be all right. And with Poodle and that playing, he probably was only going to play 1 or 2 games. Now, they might get a dozen into him. And they think, I was talking to Maury earlier, they think he's going to be a good kid. But Warren will open up in the ruck, but at some stage you'll see young Lubke go into the ruck. And Werribee without Paddy Daly, but they got Matty Watt back after a 2-week unbelievably ridiculous suspension. He is back, but still probably a little bit overdone in his conditioning, so that could be a good battle. Filet was good last week. He's going to really need to be good down back today. But the funny thing is, I don't know who he goes to because Werribee Centrals haven't got a big forward that kicks goals like other clubs. They share it round. So I don't know who Jack goes to. And Bowie Collins was back to his best last week as well. Werribee Central's Kerr kicked 6 last week. When he's good, he's unstoppable, but sometimes it doesn't always go that well. He's that type of flamboyant player.
I reckon Ma goes to him.
Yes, probably. It doesn't matter who goes to him if he plays what he plays. No one will stop him at his best, but he's part of that Werribee culture. If he doesn't play well, he plays shocking. So we'll see what happens there. Taylor was good last week. McDonald's been sensational. He's the old man of the side, McDonald. Now, I've asked him if they do happen to be winning in the last quarter, I've asked him for a mark of the day, Routley's pie, big men fly. So
We haven't had a good one for a couple of weeks.
So hopefully he'll do that for me. Past players, you're obviously going to go for Werribee, but I think Inverleigh will put up a pretty good fight. And I tell you what, we've got a couple of blokes coming out of here now. Where did I put them, Smitty?
No, I saw you write them down, Grump.
Wrote them down.
Had them on your list there from last week.
We've actually got a superstar here today. I can't believe it. One of my favourites. We've got Troy Smith, who's a good umpire. Johnny Fisher, who I just met, seemed a lovely bloke. And what? Peter Kennedy. I love Peter Kennedy, and we'll get a great game out of these 3 fantastic umpires.
Righto, Art, your turn. What do you reckon this
I
afternoon?
I can't do a better job than what Grubby just did. But no, I think Werribee, it's going to be a good challenge for them. Obviously, the couple times watching Inverleigh this year, they've played a pretty good all-round game. Excited to see Donahue play again. I'm happy that he's back in this league. Also, Bowie Collins, good to see him back in some form. Mason Dixon up forward. And then also down back as well. Josh Viney, I loved his game on the Anzac Day clash round 3, was it? So now with Werribee, we haven't seen them for a while, so should be a pretty competitive game. Obviously, they're 7-0 sitting top of the ladder, 2 games clear and percentage. It's a question for you, Grubby. Do you think, like, which players, obviously when you got, your seconds and your thirds as well, do you think that even if it's an easier game, which this isn't, I'm not saying this is, but, you got to put your best foot forward because, you've got 60 players to choose from. So, your spot's never guaranteed. Is there players here that you think need to have a good, not a breakout game, but a game to with a lot of confidence to put in the coach, basically, further in the season?
What did he say?
I think he's asking you, do they need to play well today, knowing that they've got 2 or 3 out today that could come back?
Well, I think that was going in the seconds. A few of the seconds might have had to play really well today because there's a couple of spots up for grabs. Brad Carlton definitely not on the side. Brad Carlton definitely not there, is he?
Well, he's not here. He's not listed in here, and I can't see him out there either.
No, well, I've seen him in the crowd, so he must be flying out this afternoon or something. Otherwise, you would have thought he'd play. Jack Stevenson's playing. But they will lose a couple. But traditionally, the Central Seconds have been a pretty good side. They've played the last couple of grand finals, and I looked at their side at the start of the year, and I thought, they won't lose a game, this mob. And they hardly won one, but they won again today. They're not a side that carries a lot of blokes that can go up and play very, very good senior footy. They're good seconds players, but I think, I tell you what, the young kid came up last week, I can't remember his name, Williams came up last week because Daly's out and Watt was suspended.
Yep.
So Williams came up and was, well, from what I heard, probably shaded the East Geelong ruckman, who is, I can't pronounce his name. That we saw against Bannockburn, the new bloke. I can't remember his name.
Kaspowitz?
No.
Is that not it?
No. I can't remember his name, but he's a good player, and he probably shaded him. So a little bit unlucky to go back to the 2s. But he'll only come back in if they lose a ruckman.
Kasparian.
So, and he probably shaded him according to the blokes I talked to. So, look, to be quite honest, they have to bring a couple up. Why not bring a kid up? They can't bring any kids from the under-18s because they haven't got any. Under-18s have all nicked off. They've gone. We haven't even got an under-18.
Really?
No. Yeah? No. They're gone to Wyndham, a whole lot of them. So, they haven't, that's what you didn't say, here we got here late anyway. But, yeah, they haven't got an under-18 side. A lot of people say that's an unbelievably bad thing. Well, I go back, 16 years and tell me who the great players in the under-18s come through. Calvert, Brad Carlton, a couple of you, Maxi Murdoch. Not many more in 12 years. So do you really need them? With the expenses, they'll get by without. I know for points that later
Yeah,
on.
points is the thing, though, Grub.
But they have,
If you can get 1 or 2 out of each year, then you're much better off.
yeah, but they have got under 16s and 14s and whatnot. So they will come back.
Do you think that's going to be a big push next year to try and get 18?
Well, under 16s will all go up hopefully and stay here at Werribee Central. So, but yeah, look, don't worry about that. Worry about today. If they win today and go 8-0, then they can. If they haven't got enough players in that side to win the next few games, then well, bad luck. You're still probably sitting on top of the ladder. But if they're playing lower sides, I think they've played most of the good sides now. Might give them a little buffer, but I don't know. I just hope it's a good game. I just think enjoy yourself.
Inverleigh have still got, when you look through their side, they've still got some quality through there. Like Mason Dixon, Donahue. Well, you've got now Dalton Grundle going back forward. You know that Mays is dangerous. Viney was really good, as Art spoke about. A couple went against him, Bannockburn. Now, does he have to go back and play a key defensive role because of the size, or does he now the luxury of being able to still continue as a on ball of ruck rover?
Yeah.
Well, I don't see Werribee's height being a problem in the forward line.
Yep.
So no, I think they can put Viney wherever they want.
I think Viney plays his best football from times we've seen him this year. When he plays that kick behind the play, kind of like Collins does. It just kind of floats around and then also comes up to the contest to receive handball as well and kicks on inside 50. So
it's interesting how they will line their side up, Werribee Centrals. But if you have a look at, I think Linehan Cunningham's pretty tall.
Yep.
So you might have to have a tall go to him.
Sutton, where's he going? Back?
Well, you don't know whether Sutton and Robinson will go both back, one forward. You don't know.
So you've got Dixon, I reckon, has got to be covered, obviously, one of those.
Well, Robinson has to pick him up,
yep.
You would think.
Yeah, he's been their best.
Or so the thing is, to let those blokes just take marks, Maxie Ryan might come out and pick him up because Max Ryan is one of those blokes. You won't see him do any line turns and bounces and all that. You'll see him just like his dad. You'll see him try to beat his opponent and nothing else.
Yep.
And you know what? There's still room in the game for that, especially over the last 6-7 years where Werribee Central's backline hasn't been there. As a matter of fact, it's been their weakest link. So one bloke down there really just trying to beat his opponent is a godsend, I reckon. And he might pick up Mason Dixon.
Yep, I think that'll be an interesting contest. As I said, the lineup can be definitely, obviously now Jarvis Miles is another tall for Inverleigh. He hasn't played a lot of senior football. But he's another tall bloke that could probably play out of full back full forward, or he could play off the half back line and give you a bit more run because he is a good kicker of the ball.
Oh, I wish he could play like his dad.
Yeah.
Definitely not like his grandfather, who was useless. But his dad was a good player. His dad was a gun. His dad, without that knee injury, would have played 200 games of league footy with North Melbourne. And Pagan reckons was a future Brownlow medalist.
Yep.
And wouldn't take him off the list even though his knee was no good. And in the end, they had to. But yeah, Jarvis, he got a long way to go. Noah Snezkov, I was talking to Maury before the game, has changed his name and he's now Noah Moore. So good luck to him. And he's had a pretty good record. I think he's kicked 5 a couple of times against Werribee Central. So someone's got to pick him up as well. So I'm saying probably Robinson will pick him up.
Righto. We know, Grub, here you're going for Arch. Where do you think who wins the game?
Oh, hang on. Before you go. Yeah, I'm going for Werribee. But don't get me wrong. Inverleigh, at their best, can win this game of football. So I don't think I'm thinking it's an easy game.
I think on paper you got to go for Werribee, but I'd like to see Inverleigh take it right up for them today.
I think their outs for Inverleigh today will make a bit of a difference to them. And as I said, they're bringing in some quality, but I said the 3 going out are pretty important players to them. And I'm going to stay with the home side myself this afternoon. Umpires are just about ready to start the game here, so it's going to be interesting. So a game about to get underway here. Umpire with ball in hand, and Ruckman go at it. That ball comes to ground. It's going to be picked up out there by Warren, but he's tackled straight away. What was the tackler? So both Ruckman getting their hands close to the ball. Again, ruck contest in the middle. Picked up there. Culliver, right, left boot. Didn't make good contact. Bowie Collins goes after it. His teammate ran into him there. Haberfield gets the ball at the back. Goes to Donahue quickly on the left boot. Goes into their half forward line. Coming out. It's been tapped back there by Sutton. Ball now goes to ground, and Lathan Mays lies over the top, and his opposing player is also there, and that is Harley Kilby. So He looks like he's got the job on Nathan Mays. So Ruckman again, this time Warren Knapp over the top. Gets the first one and the second one. Taps it out wide. Goes to Peel. Quick hands back inside. Handball was okay. Put his team under a little bit of pressure. Tried to get through the contest. Didn't get through. Now it's going to be cleaned up out there by Brodie Taylor. He got the handball outside. And it's kicked forward by Camilleri. Out towards centre wing. The ball travels. And it goes over the boundary line. So we're going to have a throw-in which will take place outside Inverleigh's forward 50. And it's in between the half forward line and centre wing far side of the ground. Again, Warren with hand in there saying he's going to do the ruck work. Thrown back in again, this time umpire. Warren actually got to the front of the contest. Donahue over the top of the ball. Umpire said he's got no chance of getting that ball out. So the ball will come back. Aaron Stone was doing the tackling work out there. So again, the ruckman go at it. This time Watt gets the ball. Knocks it back towards the boundary line. Culliver picks the ball up. Right boot goes towards the boundary line and over. And there's going to be a throw-in to take place on the far side. Beside the scoreboard here at Werribee Central's ground, Simon Lobel. Donahue looks like he's going to be the recipient. He's going to have to chase his own ball by the looks of it. So he's just jumped the fence. No supporters out there at this stage to bring it back. Donahue returning to the field of play. So we'll bring the ball back in from right on centre wing on the far side of the ground. McIntosh leads to the middle of the ground, but that is ignored. Miles comes at him. Good kick, comes out and takes the mark. So Jarvis Miles now with the ball in hand. And again, still out on centre wing on the far side. They've been called to kick the ball a little bit longer. Goes towards true centre half forward. Ball at the front of the contest. Snezkov picks the ball up, has a bit of a look. Goes in short, goes looking for Dixon. Good interception there. Werribee with some numbers picked up out there. And it's going to be done nicely. And they bring the ball out to Watt, and he's going to take the mark. So he plays on now, kicks the ball towards centre wing. Coming up to take the mark there is Kirker. So he's right in front of us here where we sit. He's going to play on now and go into their half-forward line. Violet's in front. Ball gets out the back. Roving off the contest. Picked up there by Saliba. Right boot goes into their forward line. Kicked off the ground in Inverleigh defence. McDonald runs onto it. A little bit of time. Left boot. Shapes it back towards goal. Donahue's there. And we'll see it through for a minor score. The first score of the afternoon is for Werribee. They are one straight behind. Inverleigh yet to score. 3 minutes gone first quarter.
It's going to be Viney to kick in for Inverleigh. Goes short to the pocket. Has Donahue. He's going to run and then go long. Now they've got some space here. Inverleigh, they're at centre wing. Oh, it's a good tackle. Was it a sling tackle? No, holding the ball. The free kick is going to Kilby. And Camilleri tried to take the advantage, though. It's going to come back. Player in question trying to get around was Mays. So Kilby now, short kick through the pocket. He still had Camilleri on. No one picked him up. Now into the middle to Culliver. Culliver has the ball just at centre wing now. They're going to go inside the forward 50 here. Werribee. Big fly over the top from Robinson, but the ball gets punched over the boundary line. So we'll have another ball in. 45 metres out from the Werribee goal.
Smithy, it looks like Robinson started up forward.
Yeah, I saw that, Grub. It's something I probably wouldn't have done, but
no, me either.
See how it goes as the game progresses. Ball back in now over the back of the contest. Saliba was there. He couldn't quite. Now ball kick quickly in now. And the mark is taken by Mays. So kick back. Sorry, that was he goes on down the line. Off the hands of Grundle. He couldn't quite. And was going to have a stoppage just in between half back and centre wing for Inverleigh. Ball up again now. Good ruck contest. Ball hits the deck. Donahue there. Can he gather it? Camilleri there as well. He couldn't quite. Handball out now. They've got some space. Inverleigh. They're going to move the ball forward. Even numbers ahead of the ball. Good mark taken. Inverleigh going to have an opportunity to go inside the forward 50 now. Kick. It's got a little bit too much on it, but a good mark is taken. They're going to go quickly. Player open in the goal square. If he can gather it, it's going to be Mays. He's going to go back this way and that way and kicks the goal. The first of the day from Nathan Mays. Inverleigh kick the first. 1 goal straight to Werribee Central's 1 behind. We have gone 5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Bucks Entertainment.
Well, he got very, very lucky there, Maisie, because he had a bloke on him, and that bloke's now down in the hands of the trainers and doesn't look good.
Holding his knee, Grub.
Yeah, he fell over. I think it's Harley Kilby from here. He fell over, and of course, Maisie just said, I'll go into the goal square here. which, but then again, I think, who took the mark? That was a great mark. Was that
Dixon,
Miles?
Mason Dixon.
Mason Dixon. So
Yep.
he would have kicked it from there anyway, I
Yep.
reckon. But Harley Kilby doesn't look too good, and they're going to be one short in the back line at the moment as they try and get him off the ground.
He's up and walking. He looked better than he did when he first went down, but didn't seem to be too much in it. But
Well, I think someone's gone down back to cover him for the minute.
De Leon's not in the ground, so I reckon might be a replacement back there. Guys are just waiting for him to get off the ground and be replaced.
So young Adorno from the wings gone, and now he's gone back. So are they equal down there? They're not. They've got Mays on his own.
Yeah, no, player waiting to come on here. Blake Taylor's coming on there.
Is that normal for them to wait?
You don't think they should have to wait for that?
I don't think so.
No, they shouldn't.
No stretcher.
No, they shouldn't have to wait for that. Werribee had Adorno went down to cover Mays, but then he went back because they waited for the other player to get on.
Yep.
No stretcher, no wait.
Yep. So back in the middle we go once again. Ball thrown up, and against time, White maybe gets his hand on the ball from the middle of the ground. It goes Inverleigh's way. Collins was going to run onto the ball. Actually, teammate got in his road there. It was Miles. Ball now kicked quickly into the forward line, out the back, picked up. I thought it was going to be picked up and cleared away by Floyd. He was taken high, said the umpire.
He stopped and didn't get it.
Yeah, put his head down, and player ran into him.
That's a crazy free kick.
And it's going to be Ethan Floyd, and he is a good user of the ball. You would think this wouldn't create too many opportunities or too much difficulty for him. And from about 15 metres out, kicks that goal. Umpire does not move, and Inverleigh have their second. They are 2 straight goals. Werribee Centrals are 1 behind, and we have gone 7 minutes in the Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter.
I just think umpires got to be very careful of that. If you get the ball and dive into a bloke, and I said this last week against Anarchy, if you know you're going to get a free kick, you're going to keep doing it, and one day you're going to get carried off on a stretcher. So the umpire leaves that go. He says play on. The player says, well, I'm not going to bother doing that because I'm not going to get a free kick, and he continues to play on. So when you dive your head into a bloke's knees, play on.
So we are back in the middle now. Ball is up in the ruck is Warren for Inverleigh, and they're going to win this clearance as well. It's quick hands over the top from Grundle. Now Inverleigh, or Werribee have the ball. Good tackle made, and it's going to be a stoppage just about 65 metres out from the Inverleigh goal.
That's what Inverleigh have to do. Every time a Central player gets the ball back,
the free kick. Umpire Smith's picked out something. Now Camilleri has it. He's going to move the ball further afield. Ball comes to Adorno. He's going to go quickly over the top now.
Chesterman, is it?
Yep.
Blake Taylor.
Nah,
Chesterman. 70 metres out from goal. He's going to go in the path of Robinson. He couldn't quite take the mark. Also, there is Saliba wrapped up, and we'll have a stoppage about 50 metres out from goal. I didn't see what that free kick was for.
No, me either.
Half back line.
Maybe high, but I didn't think so. But Robinson got a hand in that, which was pretty good foot.
So it was palmed down on that occasion from Watt now over the top. Viney, can he get away from his player? He can. Quick hands, although no one is there. It might be an opportunity for Werribee. They're going to go back to go forward. Kick in by Stevenson. Now handball over the top. Still trying to defend gallantly is in
no prior.
The umpire says no prior opportunity. So we'll have a stoppage 45 metres out.
And the umpire called play on arch because it was touched off the boot.
Good spot from you there, Grub. So ball down now. Umpire picking up the ball now. Werribee now back inside. Oh, there's opportunity for a goal here. Kick snap from McDonald. Oh, just to the near side. Still yet to kick their first goal. 2 behind Werribee Centrals to 2 straight Inverleigh. We have gone 9.5 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Bucks Entertainment.
Violet will do the kicking in duties, and he's going to go straight down the middle of the ground. Miller into some space by himself at centre half back. So he can now look at advancing the ball straight down the middle of the ground. Miles comes at him. He goes a little bit longer. Not too sure who he was looking for there. Ball gets to the front of the contest. It's going to be picked up out there by Grundle. Got the handball away. And now it's going to be picked up by Camilleri. He's also tackled, brought to ground. That was good, strong work there from Bauer. And looks like he's going to be rewarded with a free kick there.
Well, he didn't have much time, but I think a little bit of a fend off and a struggle. I'll pay that.
So Bauer, it is with the ball. He's just attacking side of centre of the ground. Goes outside to Zach Plant now on the left boot. Looks to deliver the ball long. Goes in that direction. Ball out the back, picked up by Stevenson. Kicks around the boundary. Has a teammate out there, Adorno. He gets the ball and traps it nicely. And now on the right boot. Goes back towards centre wing. Good spoil out there again. And the ball has gone over the boundary line. Play doing the spoiling was Dan Marr. And that was good. Some good defensive work. And we'll see a throw-in will take place in between centre wing and half forward. Far side of the ground. And again, still an Inverleigh's attacking end. Watt front position, brings it down to his feet. But Donnie read that nicely. Got through the contest. Got rid of the ball. Chesterman's put some pressure on. Goes after himself at ground level. Knocks it out. Keeps the ball alive now with Stone on the left boot. Goes long into their forward line. Coming out, Robinson. Good intercept out there. That was Sharrock. Got his hand on the ball. Picked up by Stoney. Back to Sharrock. Oh, he's under pressure there.
He's gone,
Did he have time? Yes, there's the umpire.
I think he could have handballed it as soon as he got it. But still, there's not a lot of prior, is there, really?
No.
I reckon at our level, you need a bit more.
He's been called to play on there. The kick wasn't great. Put his teammate under a bit of pressure. He's got time to go back and kick round the body.
Robinson,
and Stevenson, it was just Robinson it was. Yes, you're right, Grub. And he has been able to put the first on the board for Werribee. They move now to 1-2. Trail Inverleigh on 2 straight goals. And 11 and a half minutes gone. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I think the move of you and I both never picked it, but Robinson is a very, very good footballer. He's a major league footballer in the WRFL, and I think he'll cause trouble down there. He can only stay there as long as Dixon and Snezkoff down the other end don't start bagging goals.
Yep.
Then he'll have to go back. But if they can cover what's down there, he can be very, very dangerous, Liam Robinson. Very dangerous.
We've got some size down there still with Sutton down there, so.
And you can swap both of them over for a while if you want to.
So Liam Cunningham in the ruck for the time being. Ball hits the deck now. Opportunity for Inverleigh. They're going to go forward. They're looking for Dixon. If he can gather the ball, the chase now. Now he has the ball on the boundary. He's going to snap back with his left boot. 1-on-1 in the goal square. Gets over the top. Going to get a boot to it. No, hits the post before Jarvis Miles could get his toe to it. Just a minor score for Inverleigh, but they've started red hot. 1-2-8, Werribee Centrals to 2-1-13 Inverleigh. They're going to go quickly now. Werribee. Ball's going to work out from just in front of us in the broadcast position. Phillips has the ball. It's going to kick, and it's a good mark taken, intercepted by Ma. He's going to go into the middle of the ground. Not the best kick, but it's still going to work out. Going to go short, chip kick over the top of the Plant. Plant takes the mark. He's going to send them inside, forward 50. Wheels around his left. Long kick, good mark taken. Out in front. You kick it out in front like that, it's very hard to stop.
Well, Max Ryan has had a fantastic season at fullback. As I said before the game, he's one of those blokes that all he has to try and do is beat his opponent. But when you kick a football out in front of a tall bloke and a form player like Mason Dixon, was it Mason?
Yes.
Mason Dixon. There is no way a bloke like Max Ryan, or anybody else for that matter, can stop that. That was beautiful, beautiful football.
Dixon now. No more than 35 metres, pretty much directly in front. Kick their third goal of the first quarter. Jabs at it a little bit, but it looks pretty straight off the boot. He's kicked their third Inverleigh. They've come to play today. 1-2-8, Werribee Centrals are trailing Inverleigh 2-1, 3-1, 13 or 19 now. We have gone 14 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Bucks Entertainment.
Well, it might sound a little bit condescending, Smitty, but I was actually hoping, being a Werribee person, I was hoping he'd kick that goal. And when we first saw him play, he marked everything. He kicked 1-6, 1-7, and we actually felt sorry for him and thought, gee, he's got to get that right. And guess what? He's got it right, and that's why when you see him take a mark like that, no matter who they're playing, I hope that he kicks straight like that because he's a complete footballer when he does.
So Linehan Cunningham in now doing some ruck work. He's up against Lovekidd. Ball thrown up over the top. Cunningham gets the ball down. Culliver ran onto the, just got the ball, advance it to the half-forward line. Viney now leads in the race for the ball. Looking at his handball options, got one back inside. So Inverleigh now with some numbers. Lewis, he's tackled from McDonald behind.
For all money.
And he did have prior opportunity there. Just a little bit slow in the reaction.
I think what they've got to worry about down there is the forwards are quits.
Yep.
And at the moment, the confidence they've got from the first 7 games, they come at you. So at the moment, don't really worry about what's going up further field. Get it and kick the bloody thing and get it out of there. That's what you got to do first up.
A little bit more talk would have been handy around the contest there, I would have thought.
Well, it's not on him that quick,
yep.
and they've done that twice now. So Morey and Bisso over there have got to get the runner out and say, just get rid of it, boys.
So McDonald has missed which is very unusual for him. So he's got 2 behinds for the afternoon. And Werribee now to 1-3.
And Dalton Grundle hasn't touched the footy yet, that bloke.
3 goals, 1-2 Inverleigh. And they lead. We have gone just on 15 minutes. Buckers Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
Get a full back now. And
Shaney?
he's supposed to be getting dropped off from the airport.
Inverleigh straight up the middle. Kirko's there. He's not going to quite impact the stoppage though. So he's done that a couple of times. Inverleigh got out of D50 very easily. Now, Donahue dropped the mark that he should have taken. Now he's under a lot of pressure. He dragged that in. The umpire was blindsided.
You know what?
But it was a good decision in the end.
He didn't drag it in. The Werribee player dragged it in for him, and the umpire was smart enough. It's Peter Kennedy was smart enough to realise that and didn't pay the free. Well umpired.
Well done, umpire Kennedy. Leanne coming out, trying to put the ball out now. Donahue was probably held without an umpire, says playing Camilleri there as well. He couldn't get the ball. No, the umpire says...
You've got to be careful doing that.
So,
Swinging your arms like that, the umpire says, fire up it, just hold it.
So now ball comes down. Leanne coming in, got the ball out. Camilleri gets the handball, missed his intended target in Caliver. Plan ends up the ball, but the ball ends up over the boundary line first. Good decision from umpire Kennedy. So just in front of us in the broadcast position now. Ball at centre wing. 17 minutes through this first quarter. 10 points the margin away of Inverleigh early in this one, and there's been quite a hit off the ball.
Well,
Now, ball comes down, kicked forward on that occasion by Leanne Cunningham. Kirko was there. So he's called play on. They confused the players. Now they've got a player in the pocket. Saliba is going to take the mark. Oh, and the push after is at 50 metres. No, it was in the contest, and I'm unsure what that free kick was off the ball. Did you see that, Grubby?
No, I was watching Muir whack someone in the guts here, which is pretty careful.
So Saliba's going to wheel around, and he's made a meal of that. Hit the belly of the ball. It's going across the face of the goal, out of bounds on the full.
That's too much TV.
So that's an opportunity gone begging for Werribee. So with the ball now, it's going to be McIntosh. He's going to go short chip kick. Finds his teammates. Ref nearly out of the defensive 50 now. Inverleigh. Going to go down the line. Centre wing now. Going to jump and fly. Breaking the pack was Dixon. Ball comes to ground now. If I'm going to see this, he's going to say no prior opportunity. So we'll have another stoppage.
Footy's changed, isn't it? You know, you get that done, you chase him and you give him one back. You got to give him one back.
Or you run past and warning there's one coming.
Yeah, yeah.
So Inverleigh now still retaining possession of the ball. I've done this well with handball. Stalked their way through it. So
Now they're out.
Haberfield. Now all inside forward 50. It's a 2-on-1. Oh, was it a mark? No, it just dropped at the last second was Dixon. Opportunity for Werribee coming back the other way now. It's a beautiful kick. Finds his teammate. On the outer side, it was De Leon. Now they go more central. Camilleri has the ball. This is a better build-up from Werribee. It's a bit of an up and under kick. This player's all on his own. He's going to take the mark.
Houlihan, is it?
Yep.
Houlihan now quickly. Not his best kick. Trying to find Kirker in the pocket. It gets parried over the boundary line. But they'll have a good opportunity here. 35 metres out from their goal. They'll have a ball in.
That's their biggest problem, I think. When they get to there, they just don't go in well enough, do they?
That's the important kick. The one that gets you set up a goal.
So, ball in now. Ruck for the time being. Couldn't quite kick over the corner. Kirko's there. When he get to the front, he couldn't quite.
Good mark. That's a great mark.
Defensive mark taken.
Who's that, Smithy?
Jack Violet.
Is it Violet?
Yep.
Yeah, well, he's about the only one that could.
Last line of defence. He's going to go out wider to Viney. Was he impacted in the stoppage? Umpire said he was. Now kick around the corner. Kirko's there. If the ball gets over the back. Got a couple of numbers. McDonald there as well. Kick quickly up by Stoney. Still an opportunity here. De Leon. He took on a couple. It should be holding the ball, and it is.
Well, yeah.
Good defensive pressure from Inverleigh.
No.
Just missed a couple of opportunities here, Werribee. Trying to be...
Hey.
So they're going to go back now. Violent has the ball. They're short now, the pocket. They've done this a couple of times. Chip the ball around, wait for the opportunity to arise. They've gone back into Stoney. Now they've got the overlap handball. They're going to go long down the line. Oh, beautiful kick. Opportunity. It was a quick handball from Mays, and now inside the forward 50 from O'Donoghue. Oh, couldn't quite on that occasion. There's more down there. And now he's pushed player in the back, so it's going to go back the other way of Werribee.
Stones away and runs through the middle of the ground. And he's a good mover across the ground too. Kicks the ball into the half-forward line. Just a bit too much for McDonald.
But he's a better kick than that.
And that's the twirly bird happening out on the far side. Hey?
He's a better kick than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he's got a good stride on him. Looked good coming through the middle of the ground. Took a couple of bounces, as we said, just need to finish his work. Unfortunately, couldn't hit the target. So Inverleigh now from the half-back line. They put the ball back towards centre wing. Mark out in front. Watt couldn't take it. Umpires allowed things to go. I think that might have been Haverfield got the handball over the top. Inverleigh with some numbers. Donahue through the contest once again. Looks up, goes forward. Out towards Dixon. He leads in the race for the ball. Couldn't trap it the first time. Has Mason support. Got the handball. Fed it up. And again, tackle being laid out there. And I think that was a Dorner that laid the tackle. And been able to hold Inverleigh up right on the half-forward line on the far side of the ground. Umpire, quick throw up out there. Watt handballs over the top. Picked up there by Floyd. He went back towards Dixon.
Yeah, before that.
And it's come off his leg, but has it gone over the boundary line? Umpire said.
Well, it has, but what part of the leg did it come off?
We're just waiting now. Bit of
They're going to converse.
consultation here.
Well, Geelong wanted to go to the bunker last night. They're going to throw it in, I think.
That's a good decision if they're not sure. Oh, no. You're going to hand the ball to Mason Dixon. I thought he was leading in the race.
Well,
for
the
ball there.
umpire's saying it come off the knee, below the knee.
So now Mason Dixon, opportunity here.
I tell you what, he can kick this. He runs out and comes back. He can kick this.
I would say if it had been Donahue, if you put it in the book just about, I'm not too sure here. But anyway, we'll wait and see. Mason Dixon has got one for the afternoon. Got a
Maybe
big
he
chance
can't.
here, but he's taken it across the face of goal.
Maybe
and
he can miss it
sneaks
by a
in.
mile.
Sneaks it in for a minor score. So 3-2 now to Inverleigh, 1-3 Werribee. We played 21, almost 22 minutes. And it's going to be brought back in from the fence there. So the ball is kicked out wide there. Stevenson, nice little kick outside for 50. Good spoil from behind there from Sharrock of Inverleigh. And the ball goes over the boundary line. A throw-in will take place. And again, in between half forward, centre wing, Inverleigh still doing a lot of the attacking in this first quarter.
You were coach of Smithy and a player around the corner. You wouldn't be happy, would you?
So the ball's now thrown back in. Watt's got the ball, just tapped it down nicely to his teammate at the front of this contest. Picked up out the back, ended up with Mays. Now to Collins. Loads that from 50, goes back towards the goal square. Small from behind was okay. Dixon roved it well, kicked it between their legs. And the Werribee boys are just happy enough to see it through for a minor score.
Who was that? That Callis, was it?
Could have been Graham, I'm not too sure. 15.
He's a new bloke for
Yeah,
Peppers, I think.
Liam, yep. So it would have been Liam Callis, and he goes to the short out towards
Oh.
Camilleri. Put him under a little bit of pressure. He's got time to collect the ball. He's got support. He goes back to Callis. Now on the right boot, takes it outside 50. Watt has to mark this. Numbers around him. Ball comes back inside 50. Culliver trapped it nicely. Handles back outside to Camilleri. Chip up over the top. That is also wise, and the mark has been taken out there by Taylor. So Taylor from the half-back line can look up now and go deeper towards centre wing. Getting back with a fly of the ball is Warren, and the Rabbits taking it out there on the far side. So Warren now will look back, put Inverleigh back into attack once again. As I said, they've been doing a lot of it. Kick short. Is it okay? No, it went through the contest. Miles was there on the hands and knees. It ends up with Watt. Now into the hands of Culliver. Now it is in good hands. He runs through the middle of the ground. Looks up. That's a good kick going forward.
No, it
But
ain't.
Stoney read it very nicely. Was out in front. Didn't finish the work off. Picked up a handball. Goes out wide. Goes towards Houlihan. He's under
Drop
pressure.
the ball.
Yep, good call, Grub. Didn't have to be blind Freddie to see that. And a free kick will go to Viney again. I think it is out there on the far side. So Inverleigh have been able to repel most of the attacks here this afternoon. And he's going to kick back towards centre wing. Kick again wasn't great. Went towards Grundle. Needed to, couldn't pick the ball up. He's been support out there. I reckon that might have been Lewis got the ball back into Plant. Plant goes back inside. That's
a free.
contact. Had to be a front on contact. And the mark oil free kick will go to Donahue. He's looking for some longer options. Plays on. Going to kick from inside the square. He goes long towards the goal square. Snezkov's in front. Spoil from behind. Goes back, collects it. Spins on the right boot. Goes back towards goal. He has brought it right across the other side. And Snezkov misses the goal.
More.
Nah, that next week. Not official yet. Hasn't hit the record book.
So they're going to go quickly out wide now. And it was interceptive. So a lot of pressure here from Inverleigh. The mark is taken by Bauer. It's going to go over the top and find a free player. We're all over him here. Inverleigh making the most of their chances as well. So see if they can kick this one. Give them a healthy lead get towards the end of this first quarter. It's Mason Dixon again. You said, Grub, he's known for not always taking his chances in front of goal.
Well, he has recently. And again, you'd love to see him slot it. I think he's going to be. one of the premier players of this competition if he stays in this competition.
He's 30 metres out. Not too much angle about it. Good position for us. Kicks
Missed it.
started left and it was always going to stay left. So just a minor score. Opportunity going begging there for Inverleigh. 139 to 3-5-23 now. 26 minutes gone this first quarter. Broad score Bucks Entertainment.
What I want to see is the mistake made by Max Ryan wasn't kicking it to the opposition. That can happen. But then he stood with his hands on his head and let Mason Dixon be on his own. He's got to recover straight away and get back on your man, Maxie.
Caliver took a bounce, then went long. It might get over the back. There was Taylor. He couldn't quite. And then against on the boundary line, it was Dorno. He kept it in. And now is a foot race. Kerr nearly got run down, but he got a boot to ball. Linnean Cunningham might get the handball back. He does now. Snap around the corner. It might be Robinson. It is. Bounces. Oh, went the wrong way. Saliba is tricky in these situations. Does well to get the handball out. Oh, great smother on McDonald. Now Inverleigh might get the ball on the outer side. McDonald chasing. He couldn't quite Donahue there as well. He gives a handball over the top. The move play in question was McIntosh. The ball ends up over the boundary line. So we'll have a stoppage 50 metres out.
That highlights what I just said. McDonald gets his kick smothered. Did he wait on rest on his laurels? No, he chased the bloke straight down and kept the pressure on.
Well done from Saliba as well to get the handball out.
Yeah, but McDonald didn't just stop and go, bugger it. He kept going, and Maxie will learn from that.
So, ball back in now. 50 metres out from the Werribee goal. Saliba did really well to get the handball out to McDonald again. It was a poor handball. Did he get a fingertip to it? I think he did. Otherwise, it would be a last possession. Looks very dangerous around the stoppage as well, Saliba. He just reads the football well.
He's been dangerous the last couple of weeks for no goals, but he's playing a role.
He puts on good forward pressure as well.
That's what all they're asking him to do at the minute.
So ball comes back in. It might end up with Saliba again. Oh, it was really well done on that occasion by Stone. Now an opportunity. Gets over the top of Kirko. It was beautifully coming through from Grundle. Gets over the back. Now it's a foot race at Dorno. He's got some pace about him. He's got a chip kick over the top and he finds his teammate in Robinson. So Robinson has the ball now. 50 metres out from goal. Pretty tight angle. It's an Inverleigh player down and
It is.
50 as well. Grabbing his leg doesn't look very good. So, because he's not in the field where the play is, I think they'll let the game roll on. So, Robinson now.
Well, if all things were equal, they should stop it again, shouldn't they?
So, kicks from 50. I don't think it's going to have the legs to get there. Big fist over the top. Ball stays in. McDonald there as well. There's been a high contact free kick. It's going the way of Werribee.
Dan Maher's not good at all.
No, he's in a bit of trouble. And could you see that? Could you see that free kick?
It's a
long way away.
McDonald put his head down, came into the
I think it was
contest.
the same as what's happened before. So
Okay.
each way, and umpire Smith will pay that. So McDonald now. Smith has already put it down from no more than 10 metres out, top of the goal square. He has kicked the goal. I think it was pretty tight. So Werribee 2-3-15 now to Inverleigh 3-5-23. We have gone 29 minutes in this first quarter, brought to you by Bucks Entertainment.
That's not my worry at the moment. Yeah, great goal, well done. But my worry is Dan Maher. It is Dan Maher, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
My worry is Dan Maher because he looks in awful trouble.
Does he get it? Did he do a knee at Belpost Hill at Wednesday?
Yes, I think so, yeah. And that doesn't look good, but now that's like for like. They have to wait for him to get off the ground now.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's not the rules, but they did it for Werribee early on. They've got to do it for Inverleigh now.
Well, by the time they get the ball back anyway,
Yeah, well,
he'll be off the ground anyway.
Yeah.
He's not too keen on putting a lot of pressure on it at this stage.
No.
And again, I didn't see what happened. I don't think it was in the contest. He just seemed to be there 1 minute and on the ground the next.
I didn't see it at all. Just hope the kid's all right because he's a good footballer.
So we're back in the middle once again.
The good thing is he's bringing them around here, not to the rooms.
Yep. So ball now from that run contest. Ruckman had 2 or 3 goes at it. Ball comes out of there, picked up Stone. Little boot going forward. As far as Kerr, he picks the ball up, got handballs away. Chesterman coming through the contest. Linehan Cunningham, he read that nicely off the boot and comes out and takes a mark and can close things just that little bit more. So Bryce Linehan Cunningham.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
What?
Is he a good set shot, Rob?
I saw him kick one from the boundary line from the 50, and it never deviated. It was the best kick for goal from there I've ever seen. And then 3 seconds later, he missed one from just outside the goal square. So I don't know.
But he's got an opportunity here to put his name on the scoreboard, and will be the third for Werribee. Kicks that goal. Umpire doesn't look like he moves there. They have their third, Werribee, and they are now 3-3. Trailing Inverleigh on 3-5, and 30 minutes have ticked over. Our Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
Seems a bit of an injustice because I think Inverleigh have dominated the quarter and had a very, very good quarter. And in just that probably 5 or 6 minutes of play, Werribee been able to kick the goals effectively within distance. So, but that's the way they play. I understand that, but I thought Inverleigh might have thought they'd go in with a couple of goal lead, and now at the 30-minute mark, you would think they'll be going in with a couple of points lead.
You wouldn't think there'd be much more time left in this quarter.
No, but I tell you what, though, that was a beautiful kick for goal. One of the umpire never moved whatsoever.
It went about 65 metres.
And you know what? That's what they should do. They practice it. That's what they should do. League footballers miss them from there these days, which I can't understand.
Yeah, because they're kicking around the body.
Well, Carlton did last night. They were good.
Ball up now. Of course, they let go up now. Quick hands as well.
Look at this bloke out of the middle.
Again. Opportunity at Dorner. Gives a hand, or handball gets to a Dorner in the end. It's from De Leon. He's going to get rid of Haverfield. He does handball over the top. Oh, it was intercepted though. Chesterman involved as well. He gets a handball back, but Inverleigh win the ball. They have it on centre wing now. The mark is taken by Miles. So he has Plant in the middle of the ground. He also has Collins. He's not going to use either of those options. He also got Warren further afield. He might go in that direction. No, he goes a bit further, trying to find more. He couldn't quite. Now the handball back. Collins there as well. The siren goes.
There it is.
All short at time. Werribee Centrals 3-3-21. H-Trail Inverleigh 3-5-23. That quarter went for 32 minutes. Brought to you by Buckley Entertainment.
Goal kickers to this stage of the day: McDonald, Linehan, Cunningham, and Robinson for the Werribee side, and for Inverleigh, it is Floyd, Mays, and Dixon. Take a short break. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. 1. They trail Inverleigh on 3-5-23 around the ground. We've got Belmont Lions 3-1. 3-1-19, East Geelong 2-2-14.
Belmont got the win next quarter, they tell me.
Okay. Belpost Hill 6-5-41 lead. Thompson 1-3-9. Bannockburn 2 straight 12. Giants yet to score. Obviously, you know the score here. North Geelong 5-1-31. Corio 2-4-16. So they've had some scoring opportunities there.
Yep.
And the Winchester Blues 4-3-27 leave Anarchy 3 behind. So some interesting little scores there, Grub. But today, Inverleigh started very nicely, but Werribee got himself back late in that quarter.
Well, looking at those other scores from what I've been told, there is a bit of wind around. Here, it doesn't look like there is. But the goals have been scored at the Shores Road end of the ground all day. So I think there is a breeze going this way a little bit. Although, well, looking at those trees, it's pretty blustery up there, but I don't think it mattered. I thought it was a really good quarter of football, and I think the Hawks might be a little bit aggrieved that they're only a couple of points in front. I thought they played well enough to be a couple of goals in front, and it wasn't until the last, 5 or 6 minutes that Werribee were able to jag too, which I think Inverleigh probably give away from a free kick's been a bit slow. I didn't see the other free kick. That was, you said you did, Smithy, but I didn't see it. But I thought they got a bit lucky, Werribee. I honestly thought Inverleigh dominated that first quarter. They had players on every line that played pretty well. They stopped Werribee's run. Every time Werribee got the footy, they had 2 or 3 blokes stopping that run. And I just think in the last probably 10 minutes, the clearance out of the centre from Stone was absolutely invaluable. And I honestly think, I know you got Connor Linehan Cunningham not playing today, and you've got some Culliver. I think Stone, on his best day, is probably their best player. And we saw that in the last 10 minutes. When he came out of the middle, he was absolutely fantastic. But I think, as I say, Inverleigh should be aggrieved. I thought they were the better side that quarter. But this quarter, Werribee got a chance, hopefully not to kick too many goals for Inverleigh's sake. But, you know, the ruck, unbelievable in the ruck, really. I mean, you've got blokes that don't normally play there. Wilson's out, Daly's out, and it's a pretty good battle in there. I want to watch this kid a bit because, as I said, the Inverleigh blokes tell me that young fella is going to be a really good player. Wasn't going to play too many games, but with Wilson out, he's going to play a few. That's going to help his development. And that's a good thing because Wilson can't go on forever anyway.
No, as I said, that's true, Grub. As you said, he's been a bit of a stalwart in their ruck since he crossed over. So it's time to blood someone new. And as I said, he's got some good height. He's just got to learn to jump and obviously be able to use his body. And that will come with experience.
And in saying that, it was a horrific injury to Poodle.
Yep.
And, you know, he's such a great bloke. I just hope he's okay. I know I haven't seen him here today, but I hope he's okay, and I hope he makes a full recovery because he's a terrific bloke. So, mate, all the best, and hope you come good. You're a champ.
I think Lovey was in a pretty bad state too when he couldn't even remember his own name last week. Yeah.
He's here today, and he didn't look too good. And he's another one of my favourite players in the whole competition for a long time. And hopefully he gets back on the park real soon because Inverleigh need a bloke of his toughness and his class and his quality.
So, as I said, it's a 2-point margin here at the moment, and we believe that Werribee may be kicking with the advantage of a small breeze. Doesn't look too much from in here, but
it might be wishful thinking too.
Yeah.
Hey, Maggot. What's his name?
Russell Mack.
Russell Mack. Couldn't think of his first name.
So umpire now with ball in hand, play about to resume, and I'm not too sure Dan Marr will take any further part in this game the way he moved there at quarter time. So ball, Linehan Cunningham doing the ruck work. Plant gets the ball, handballs over the top, goes to Grundle. They're going the wrong way, but they maintain possession. Handball goes back inside the Plant, couldn't take clean possession, went back and got it the second time. Needs to get rid of it now. He could be in trouble. Umpire said.
No, that's right, but
over
gee,
the top.
In this situation, it's pretty hot. You can't fumble them.
So the ball going thrown up this time. Linehan Cunningham does win the ball down again. Goes kicked off the ground there by Culliver into their half forward line. Viney read that nicely. Handball gets the 1-2 back from Plant, and he delivers the ball into their half forward line. Kick wasn't great, and picked up out there by Sutton, and he's got the handball back again now. So he moves through the middle of the ground. That's a good look. It's a nice looking kick. Finds Phillips just inside the centre square. But Welland tried the attacking end for Werribee. He goes looking towards full forward. Ball gets through the contest, out the back. Picked up McDonald, left boot, goes back towards goal, goes across the front, and will run and go out of bounds pretty much beside the behind post. And the umpire moving away down there to take possession of it, throw it back in.
They've got to pull out all stops here. I know they're 2 points in front, but they have got to stop Werribee Centrals now and keep it close, or kick a couple if they can.
That's it. The ball now thrown back in by the umpire. Player thrown out of the way there, but it's going to be Pamble goes back inside. Phillips had it again, couldn't get clean hand on it. Hand over the top of the ball now sits Robinson, but his ball comes out, goes to Collins. This will be dangerous,
Let it
heading
go.
towards the boundary line. Why would you try to stop
Last
it?
touch.
Linehan Cunningham will be the recipient of the free kick.
He could nearly kick this for me, Linehan Cunningham. He's good.
So he now goes into their forward line, out in front. Robinson comes at it, but Grundle goes across. Sharrock picks the ball up, goes by hand, goes back to Grundle now. Looks way up his options, comes back to pretty much where the ball was kicked. Miles is there, tried to get the ball away from Taylor. Taylor went, kicked the ball off the ground, back into their half-forward line. Robinson on hand, or grabs it, kicks round the body back towards the goals. Got carry on it, but not the accuracy. Through for a minor score, the first score of the second quarter. 3-4 now, Werribee. 3-5 to Inverleigh. And we're just over a minute gone in this Albert Insurance second quarter.
I don't know if they're listening, but nick off Archie, nick off Amelia.
Stoney has the ball. It's going to go short to Filet. Filet, the pocket gets called to play on. Might be in some trouble. McDonald couldn't close him down. But he turns the ball over and oh no. That was Taylor who dropped the easiest of marks. Opportunity still. He goes up, butters up Taylor, but he turns it over again. Now the ball kicked down, and it's Sutton who takes the mark on the outer side.
He's like a recruit, Sutton. He's been that many injuries, and I tell you what, he's a fantastic recruiter.
Sutton inside, forward, 50 opportunity here. Houlihan there, he couldn't quite cover the ball.
Well, don't you supposed to try and mark it?
Yeah, he just let it sit in.
He actually held the bloke out with his body and let it bounce.
Oh, and it must have been over the 50 because it ends up in Lee's hands. It was, yep.
Try and mark the bloody thing.
So there's Plant across the half-back flank down. He's waiting for options to arise. He kicks. Oh, it's a beautiful kick, although it was fisted away. Opportunity now inside the forward 50. It's Sutton again. Tries to find McDonald. Goes over his head. Now they're going to defend hard here. Is Inverleigh. The ball ends up over the boundary line. So they'll have a ball in 30 metres out from the Werribee goal.
Ethan Floyd, is he fit?
I've got no idea.
It just seems to be he's on the bench a lot of time. He's got a long rotation time. So maybe he's not quite as fit as he needs to be, but you know, round 8's okay, round 7 and 8's okay, but hopefully round 14 and 15 he's not because he spent a lot of time coming on the ground.
So ball back in now as well, picked up on that occasion. Opportunity for Werribee. Full forward opportunity, swinging around. Robinson, no. Went on his left, could have handballed to McDonald. Probably an opportunity going begging. 3-5. 3-5, 23 apiece now. We have gone 3 minutes in this second quarter. Brought to you by Elders Insurance.
Plant now from the back pocket, goes outside 50, looking for Grundle, picks the ball up, tries to take on Chessman. Ball comes out in the tackle again. Werribee with numbers around it. Culliver tries to get over the top, picks the ball up. Oh, we don't know whether he disposed of that correctly. Collins picks the ball from the contest. Goes to Mays. Mays quickly on the right boot, goes towards Peel. Doesn't take the mark. Good spoil from behind there from Taylor. Taylor goes back and collects it. Handballs up over the top. Phillips had it and gave it away quickly once again. So needs to be cleared from the contest. Again, Taylor on hands and knees goes towards Stone. Player over the top this time again, Peel, and umpire will come in. Said it's not coming out. It's about time we try and change things around.
One thing we've got to worry about in is Robinson is not bad on the deck. He's always going to go around that left foot. Be aware.
So the ball now thrown up at centre half forward. Ruck contest. Collins leads in the race for the ball. With Linehan, Cunningham and Warren there just having a little bit of a push in the ground. But the umpire's going to ask for it back once again. The free kick being given.
Oh, that's a silly... it's gone the other way. He threw him to the ground and got the free.
Going to Bo Collins there.
Oh, crikeys.
So he goes quickly into their forward line. Dixon's across the front. Just couldn't finish the mark off. Picked up by Dorno now. Goes from centre half back out towards centre wing. McDonald, that was a nice weighted kick because he had 1 on 3 there. And gets McDonald. So McDonald now looks back inside, but a chip up over the top. Adorno works himself down the ground. He picks it up, gives the handball away, goes to Culliver, long into their forward line. Out the back, Pilot read again. That ball nicely. Called the play on. I thought he said, well, the umpire may have been touched. Goes out wide and will find Muir. So he's right on the 50 arc there on the far side of the ground. Chip up the ground. Coming at him was Donoghue. Donoghue sips it back. Was going to go back inside the McIntosh. Thought better of it. We'll have to go a longer option now, you would think. Going to be called to the play on by the umpire. He does so now and goes long towards Grundle in front. Ball from behind by Stevenson. Grundle goes back, taps it towards Peel. Handballs over the top, goes to Collins. Collins in the right boot into their forward line. Sutton. He read that nicely
How
off the
good's
boot.
he been?
He read that very nicely, that one. And he's taken the mark in defence for Werribee once again. So he's going to go back to pretty much to where the ball came from. But Linehan Cunningham in space takes the mark defensive side of centre wing. Carlos was asking for the ball in the middle of the ground, but he decides to go straight down the middle. Or straight down the line, I should say. Ball gets through hands, goes over the boundary line, and it will be a throw in about 60 around from goal. And at this stage, it is Werribee Centrals 3-5. Inverleigh also on 3-5. We have travelled almost 6 minutes. Elders Insurance second quarter.
Do you ever wear white boots, Smithy?
Mate, I can only afford the black ones. They said that it's best safe for the better players, the coloured boots.
So ball back in now, bouncing away from Linehan Cunningham. Kick around the corner it was from Caliver. Couldn't quite get turned over. Grundle kicked it middle of the ground. It was a grubber who's going to work out now. Donahue has it. He's got to get the ball on boot quickly. It bounces over the player in Stevenson. Opportunity still. That was a good turn, although that should be holding the ball up by. Says play on. Now with Mason gather it, he was going to handball back. Trinity Floyd's going to have a ping from 50 metres. I tell you what, he's kicked the goal. Ethan Floyd kicks his second. It's taking their opportunities here in Inverleigh. 3-5-23 to 4-5-29. We have gone just on 6 minutes in this second quarter brought to you Elders Insurance.
Well, you're right, Arch. You've got to take your opportunities. And, I mean, that was a dead set free kick one way. But when the umpire doesn't pay it, you keep playing. And that's exactly what he did. And kicked a magnificent goal. And as I said before, I don't know if he's 100% fit. So he spends a lot of time out here, but when he goes on there, it's quality football, and that's what you want. But now you've got probably down a rotation. He might have to spend a bit more time out there.
So after all the dominance from Werribee, he kicked that last goal. So Linehan Cunningham with a good tap over the top now, comes out to Donahue. He's going to handball wide. They work this well. Little chip kick over the top, trying to find Collins, and they do in the middle of the ground. They're using that forward handball a lot. It misses Mays on that occasion. He's got to go back and get it, although he's got Kalos to contend with the ball ends up. Oh, he's given the lasso. So which way is it going to go here? Looks like it's going to end up with Mays for Inverleigh. 75 out from goal.
Let's see what happened there.
Must
Come off someone's boot. So it's going to go short. Beautiful kick into the leading lane. Now they're going to go quickly. Oh, the smother from behind.
He was lucky.
Done
Did he
from
call
Werribee.
play on?
It could have. I don't think he did. It could have been 50. It was good IQ.
Close.
So now in the path of Kirker, true centre wing ball ends up over the boundary line. We'll have a stoppage.
When he made contact with the smother, the umpire called play on. But did he get within 5 metres before that?
Well, he must have been, because they had double.
So I think he was a bit stiff. It could well have been 50. It could well have been.
In the end, it's a brilliant smother.
Well, it is, but geez, a bit lucky to get away with it, I think. Then again, what would I know? Those new rules give me the irrits.
So comes back in now. Front position was Warren. Ball hits the deck. Kellens now. Donahue over the top. Oh, it's beautiful. Hands Floyd involved again as well. Now Maisie might send Inverleigh inside the forward 50. There's Dixon. Takes the mark. It was well done from Inverleigh. They got out of the way. One of those players was Miles to create the leading lane. And there's also a player down for Werribee. We're going to have to wait because he's on the mark. Doesn't look too good.
Not actually right.
I think it's Max Ryan.
I
think he's holding his ankle.
Could be the same as that bloke last night on the TV. Did an Achilles. Was that last night or the night before? Didn't seem to be much in it, but he definitely pulled up short.
Yeah, last night, I think.
He don't look
good. Some killer play, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
not before.
Yeah, Flanders.
Yeah. And he something similar just like that. Didn't seem to be much, but if they had my headset off, you'd probably hear the crack. But
Okay, so probably have a delayed play here.
Oh, there will be. I think he'll be stretching off by the looks of it. It all happened with one missed tackle. A missed tackle, and the ball goes back the other way.
How quickly Inverleigh's hands, though. I think, you had, I think it was Miles to Donahue to Mays inside the forward 50, basically.
Yeah, but the missed tackle caused that.
Yeah, you're right.
If that tackle's made, then that doesn't happen. So it's all right to run down the ground and handball and kick and look $1 million. but you've still got to do the easy things to me. To me, the easy thing was tackling and smothering. They're easy.
Robinson made his way down to defence now, Grubb. So
Yeah.
that may change the structure at forward again.
Well, I know he had a couple of shots on the deck, but when the ball was in the air a couple of times, he looked like a backman, didn't he?
Yep.
He really looked like a backman, and that's what he is.
Where's Sutton come from, Grub? I know he played here last year and he played 4 games.
He's been here for a while.
Been here for 20 years.
Oh, he has?
Well,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
20,
yeah.
but he
Been
was
for a
a
while.
bloke that took that specky that won him the game into the preliminary final about 5 or 6 years ago. But he's had that many injuries that in the end we all thought, well, that's it for him. And he's come down to train and said, well, I'll play. Hopefully I don't get injured. And I'll tell you, he's the best recruit they've had. He's well, not the best, but he's magnificent. He's a very good player.
He also played for Werribee VFL in the development squad 2017.
Yeah, I don't think he ever got a game at Werribee. I don't think he might have.
Just played in the development.
Yeah, I
squad.
don't think he got a game in there once.
So
What's
now,
going on? He's a long way back, Mason Dixon. Didn't he take it? Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he's got a fair run up there.
Wow.
this is like the Ben Brown run up of old.
He needs to kick this. He missed the last one. He really, really needs to kick it.
Kicked 1-2, hasn't he, Smithy?
Yeah, not just for the scoreboard, for his own confidence.
To give Inverleigh 2-goal buffer against the breeze, we think. Mason Dixon comes in from 45, looks all right off the boot.
No, it doesn't.
Back.
No, it
Shanked
doesn't.
it.
And that's another opportunity missed for Inverleigh. 3-5, 23 to 4-6-30 now, 7-point margin. 12 minutes gone in
want
the
these?
second quarter.
Do you want these? That never looked like it.
He's definitely their kicking is going to maybe come back to bite them later in the game. So it's Robinson now kicking in from full back. He decides to go long out towards centre wing. Sutton was there. Ball got through the contest. Nearly fell into his hands there, but it's ball being lifted behind, picked up. Oh, free kick. I'm not
That
sure what
hurt
that
him.
was for.
That's hurt him.
Yep, so the ball now, handball goes outside. Camilleri runs through centre wing, kicks into their half forward line. Kerr at the back, had one grab at it, got support out the back. There was Filet, takes the ball towards the boundary line. There will be a throw-in which will take place inside forward 50 for Werribee. Even Kerr's not moving as well as he should be, I don't reckon.
No, and you watch.
Bit of a hobble.
You watch. In 10 minutes, he'll look like Gat. Running a million miles an hour and doing $1 million things. He's that type of kid.
So thrown back in by the umpire once again. Front position, Watt gets the ball out the back, goes towards Camilleri, tries to work his way through the contest. Viney read it nicely, put himself in the contest. He was held without the ball.
On the other way, Smithy.
Must have had it in his hand. I didn't see it pick it up there. So it's Camilleri that's going to have the shot on goal.
Well, I'm not going to comment on it because I honestly didn't see it.
Yeah. I just thought he went to pick it up and was dragged off it, but
It might be a lucky one.
yes, could be. So Camilleri, well within range.
Milo, get your grandfather down here. Hey, where is he?
At home, mate.
So Camilleri now, kick of about 35 metres. Comes in now, kicks that goal.
That's not a good
Chipped
kick.
out. It's a bit of a up and under. Kick wasn't great. It stayed in the field of play, but McIntosh sees it through, and a minor score goes on the board for Werribee. So both sides wasting opportunities here. 3-6 now to Werribee, 4-6 to Inverleigh, and we are ticked over nearly 14 minutes in this second quarter.
So ball long down the line. Here goes Kerr. He couldn't quite get there. Ball came off the hands of Callis
Oh, in
now.
the back.
More central umpire Fisher said no.
I thought it might have been.
It was Adorno. He's got some pace about him as well, Grub.
Yeah, he has.
The
He's
ball.
just come back from injury.
So down now. The ruck to the Tillenbang is what? He got the middle of the ground.
Don't fumble him.
Light. He's still trying to chase the ball, and then it gets out of his reach, and it will have a stoppage near the centre of the ground.
You don't see Planty fumbling for years and years. He's done a couple of them. He's just come back, I suppose.
Yeah, first game back today. Ball kicked forward. It was smothered off the back of their head. Now an opportunity for Camilleri going inside the forward 50. Saliba couldn't quite. Ball hits the deck now. Well done from Haberfield. And then he got it back to Viney and then to Stoney. He gets it wider back to Haberfield now. So he has the ball in the half-back flank for Inverleigh. Short chip up kick forward. Couldn't get there, but maybe getting a fist in with Stevenson. The ball ends up over the boundary line. So 3-6-24 to 4-6-30. 15 minutes gone in this second quarter. Just feel like Inverleigh have played a bit better this quarter, taking their opportunities. And they can get one more. Doing a good buffer with the lead or with the win next quarter. So ball back in now. Well done on that occasion from Watt, trying to get the ball down now. Donahue didn't have it. He was appealing for the free kick. Camilleri as well in and under. Got to boot the ball. Not sure how he did that. Now a fist over the top. Ball still in congestion. Saliba is usually silky, although Haberfield got him. That should be holding the ball. It is. Well done from Logan Haberfield there. He got Saliba cold. One too many dance moves from Saliba on that occasion. He's going to go short. Not the best kick on this occasion. It was picked up well by Floyd. He's going to swing around now, and a beautiful mark taken in defence from Callis.
He does a better down back, Smithy, doesn't he?
Yeah, that was Callis' one, I think, Grub, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
You need the glasses, Grub. So Callis goes down long. Oh, Saliba was basically uncontested on that occasion. It was a good block put on. He's going to go inside the forward 50. Opportunity for Linehan Cunningham. Takes the mark.
That was better use inside 50.
So Saliba just put it into the space.
That's what I was saying before the game, Smithy. He's not kicking the goals when he won the goal kicking, but he's playing a role of putting it in there well. And you know, he's got to have patience. The goals will come. But whilst he's playing a role, he's very, very handy to this footy side.
Yep.
Linehan Cunningham now. Make the scores even again. He's got a kick from 45 metres. Got a bit of breeze behind him. Looks beautiful off the boot. Kicks him well. He gets his second. 4-6 apiece now. We have gone 17 minutes in this second quarter. Brought to you by Elders Insurance.
I know I said earlier, I'm just waiting for the bad one to come, but there's two beautiful kicks for goal. But again, I'll give it to Saliba. As I say, he's not kicking the goals, but he's getting... Werribee's problem at the moment is not getting the ball deep into that forward line properly. And he certainly arrested that problem on that occasion by giving Linehan Cunningham the perfect chance. And the defender couldn't stop it. There's no chance of stopping him.
Jack Violet might have pulled up a little short there, mate. Just a little touch of the hammy.
I just saw him grab his hammy as he went in the box.
Yeah, so the ball now in the middle of the ground. It's going to be Watt. They got the ball down. Culler gets the ball from the middle, goes towards Saliba. Ball goes back towards the boundary. Centre wing. Picked up Chesterman. Goes outside again. In the hands of Saliba. He's kicked up over the top, put his team under a bit of pressure there. Floyd's going to be the first to arrive. Able to get boot the ball, run it along the boundary line. And, it's been kept in. Tried to do the right thing there. Stevenson bounced off his boot, went back to win his legs, and it's going to be definitely a throw-in.
Well, he was
has to be a throw-in.
Go to get this last touch.
Yeah.
They're going to throw it in. Did it come off the back of his boot?
It's got to be a throw-in.
But did it come off the back of his boot over on the full?
No, the Inverleigh player then touched it.
Okay, fair enough.
He carried it across.
Great decision from the boundary umpire.
Yeah, no,
Good boy. Well done, mate.
So ball thrown back in once again, this time ruck contest, snapped down between the legs, goes towards Sharrock, puts himself over the top of the ball, gets it forward, goes to Floyd, handballs back outside towards Plant, goes towards the boundary line. Ooh.
That's a good tackle.
Oh, I don't know. She might have been a bit high on the first one.
He bent over.
Yeah, he was bent over, but he ran straight into his head that time.
Got him in the head.
I think he bent over to get it himself, and I was pretty close.
Plant, he might be leading with the head, you reckon, Grub. So the ball comes down the back now, in towards the hands of Floyd, tries to get the handball away, didn't have the carry on it, picked up by Taylor.
That's holding the ball.
Yeah, I think it might have been true. Ball comes out, though, at the front now. Culliver, he's usually the good user, goes towards Linehan Cunningham once again. Good service behind there from Miles, brings the ball to ground. Viney hands it, reads it nicely, goes back to Haberfield, out to McIntosh, now to Stoney. They working the ball back. Miles has now been put under pressure. There was nearly a throw. Umpire said that was okay.
You know what? That's the best thing he could have ever done. Because they were under enormous pressure. You're taking your life into your own hands, going backwards with this quick Werribee forward line.
So 4-7 now. They lead by that solitary point. Inverleigh 4-6 and 19 minutes gone.
Already went long, and yes, it's going to be a free kick. Great call on that occasion, Grub. Going to go to Grundle. He's going to go out wider.
It's going to be unbiased, mate.
You as the ball now. He's going to take a bounce. Chances up. Go inside the forward 50. Sutton's there. Couldn't quite. Good contest on that occasion from Dixon. Ball hits the deck. Sutton now jumps on top of him, appealing for holding the ball. And umpire Fisher says no prior opportunity. We'll have a stoppage. 45 metres out from the Inverleigh goal.
You know what? He's a beautiful mark, Sutton. I think he should punch at that situation.
When he's behind,
you have to punch.
So ball now Hits the deck. Oh, it's beautifully roved on that occasion, coming through Werribee, going back with the flight. Haberfield's there as well. He's the extra spare in defence. McDonald, oh, he got run into a brick wall. Plank got him now inside the forward 50. Ball hits the deck. Opportunity for Inverleigh now.
Oh, no in the back, no.
Have a stoppage 50 metres out from the Inverleigh goal.
The thing is, if the ball doesn't come to ground, they're going to play the man in front as they should every time.
Well, good hit out on that occasion from what hits the deck now. Haberfield there. It just came out as umpire Fisher said, give it a B. 4-7-31 to 4-6-30. 20 minutes gone this second quarter. Watt won the tap out now. Donahue there. Trying to get the ball for his team. Couldn't quite now. That was probably a throw. Umpire says play on opportunity. The Bartha Kirk, Stoney going back. Big fist as well coming from Sharrock. Now they've got to be careful their hands as well. They sold themselves into trouble here. Salima
He's got him. Got him.
Salima has it.
See what I mean about this kid?
Yep.
He's going to go in the path of Linear and Cunningham. He's going to take the mark. Beautifully done from Salima.
Get the runner out to this kid and say, mate, you're a champion. Well done. Because I know he wants to kick goals. He's kicked them before. But how many opportunities has he given without kicking the goals himself? And the runner's got to go out and tell him, put on your son.
Linear and Cunningham's third. And I reckon Saliba has assisted every one of them. Kicks always looks.
Told you the bad one had to come, didn't I?
4-8-32 now. It's a 2-point margin of 4-6-30. 22 minutes gone in the Elders Insurance second quarter scoreboard.
So Stoney now brings the ball in from fullback. And he will go to the far side of the ground from where we sit. And again, that's a nice kick going out towards Grundle. Ball from the back of the contest was spoiled by Stevenson. Knocks the ball over the boundary line. Somewhere to take place, far side. In between centre wing, half forward.
I wonder what role Peter Riccardi and Lynchy give Carmelo in the interleague game if he gets a game.
Well, you've got to play forward.
Yeah, but
I see what you mean.
kick goals or give them away.
Well, hopefully a bit of both.
Yeah.
Ball from the contest, picked up Grundle, got the handball out the back, put his team under pressure, but he got it back again, got the 1-2, went towards Floyd, went through the contest, Culliver out the back. The ball goes back into their forward line now. Adorno, Mark not taken out there. McIntosh, good handball over the side. So got some good vision there into the hands of Viney. Gets around one now, steadies himself. Straight up the middle of the ground he goes. Just missed Mays. Taylor's going to lead in the race for the ball. Can he get back there? Can he pick it up? He kept it alive. He tapped it back towards the goal square. Dixon 1-on-2, but Taylor has worked back into the hands now of Sutton. Handball's inside. Stevenson goes outside now, and it's Taylor that's going to pick the ball up and go towards centre wing. Good looking kick, working up the ground. Saliba once again takes the mark, defensive side of the centre wing. So he can now transfer play and looks to go back into the middle of the ground.
I don't know about
Goes towards Stone. Good hands.
Wow.
He's up, takes the mark. He wants to go, swings and goes now out wide. We've got a kick over the top of McDonald. Let his player under the ground. Got some space behind him now. Picks the ball up. What will he do? Goes up and gets
It's in the post. Who
McDonald.
was that like, Archie?
1-3 now.
Smith
That was Zach Smith fight,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
was. So good call there, Grubbers. They're going to go out now. Inside into the path of Viney, playing a bit further afield than he normally does. Floyd has the ball now. He's had a good quarter. Chips inside to Collins. Collins takes the mark in front of Stevenson. Now he's going to go to Muir. Muir has the ball. He's going to turn and go. Kicked in the path of Moore. If he can gather the ball, he can. Now handball back. They're going to go back inside here looking for Dixon. The kick wasn't great though. He's got a little bit of space on Sutton.
Got to pull yous up here, boys. I've got to pull yous up. You've got to make a decision. One is calling him Snedcop, the other more. You've got to make a decision.
I thought we made the decision at the start of the call.
Well, Smithy's not going with it, so this week we'll call him
Okay.
Snedcop.
Well, the team
all right?
sheet says Snezkov when he
Well,
brought
let's
it out.
go with that. Let's go with that. But we have to go with the same name.
So ball back in now, 45 metres out. Beautifully wrote on that occasion from Culliver. He's going to go towards the middle of the ground. Can Kirkham impact the stoppage here? He can't really. Ball gets over the back. And it was a good kick from Warren out wide.
That's 50.
Should be 50.
Oh, that's got to be
Got
50.
lucky on that occasion. Grundle went short and finds Plant. It's a good kick going inside forward 50. Watch out for May.
Use it, Planty, use it.
Inside, where's Dixon? There he's
Oh, he got a push.
third.
He got a push.
He's pushed.
He definitely
Oh,
got a
and that might be 50 metres
That's
as well.
definitely
It is. So a certain goal coming up for Inverleigh. They're going to take the lead back right on the brink of half time. against the wind as well.
Oh, I thought he got the push.
Definitely. And then a little bit undisciplinary. He kicks his third. Mason Dixon. Inverleigh have the lead now. 4:9:33 to 5:6:36. We've gone 25 minutes in the second quarter. Brought to you by Elders Insurance.
This is a good game of footy because both sides look like they're going to open up and go bang, and the other side is stopping that run either way. So maybe it'll happen in the second half, but at the moment, it's a real good, hard, tough game of football, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know about you, Smithy, but I'm enjoying it.
Close, mate. That's why it's a good game of football. As I said, they're both making the mistakes, but it's a tight game. As I said, the pressure out there is definitely on. So
Well, the pressure from both sides who haven't got the ball has been very, very good. And that's what makes it a good game. You look like you're going to get a bloke run down the ground, all of a sudden he's cut down. And that goes both ways. But I saw the push. It was a definite push, a definite 50. Don't worry about undisciplined. He's going to get the goal anyway from there, Dixon. And I think he might have thought something else, the Werribee bloke. But Inverleigh won't go away, and they're playing pretty good footy.
So back in the middle again, once again, we got the umpire throwing the ball up. Watt's back in there doing the ruck work. Stone taps it forward. Grundle comes the other way. Now Collins through the contest. Maybe he was manhandled there, but picked up by Muir. He tried to force his way through. Camilleri and Stone lay the tackle, so the ball will go back to the umpire.
Oh, he's got to be a little bit careful. He manhandles Culliver early. The umpire sees it. He'll pay one.
So the ball from that contest goes back and it runs back towards Chesapeake. He leads in the race for the ball. McIntosh got the nice bounce, picked the ball up, handballs back out to Lewis. Lewis that goes back further to Stoney. Free kick.
What's happening here?
It was a free kick after he was pushed in the back, and the ball goes from Donoghue outside. Went to Haberfield, kicks towards centre wing. Coming out and closing quickly was Taylor, and he sees the ball over the boundary line. So Werribee able to set up now on centre wing.
Well, I can't see that. Which Taylor is that? Is that Blake?
Yeah, he used to wear the helmet, didn't he?
Yeah, no. He wants to play really well, Blake, because he's nearing the end of his career, Blakey.
Yeah.
Been a great footballer for Werribee Centrals.
So ball from the ruck contest. Watt brings it down to the front of the contest. Or there's a Nathan May special there. Got the free kick. And he will go back and put Inverleigh back into attack. Goes short outside looking for his teammate out there. And
Well, I don't know if anyone
that
touched
was
it.
Zachy Plant there. So that's why Zach Plant put his hand up. I think he said he touched it.
Well, of course he's going to.
What does the umpire believe? He's going to say he's going to speak to his boundary umpire, and that's what they're going to do.
That's why this rule is crap. Because it don't matter whether they get this right or wrong. It's taken them 30 seconds to get to it, which stops the football. It doesn't matter.
So it's been thrown back in this time. Warren taps the ball down to the front of the contest. The ball ends up with Donoghue. His kick was smothered, goes to Culliver. Culliver now goes back towards Kerr, and he comes up, gives the handball outside to Chesterman, plays on quickly, goes looking towards McDonald. Well done by Sharrock there.
It's a bad
Get in
kick.
front, and he put the ball over the boundary line. So some nice defensive work there.
Well, when you're coming down the ground, you've got to kick not under pressure. It's your job to kick it to the advantage of the forwarder, and he kicked it to the advantage of the backman that time.
So the ruck contest again. Ball comes to the front, picked up by McDonald, kicks back towards the goal square. Stoney attacked the ball as he had to.
Gee,
and
I tell you
the
what.
ball over the boundary line. Another throw will take place.
That was good football, Stone. He knew he had to go. He went, and if he had missed it, see you later, goal.
Ball gets out the back, but as I said, that's the chance you're taking.
Yeah, he backed his judgment beautifully. Well done.
So Warren does the ruck work. Houlihan's doing some ruck work down there now. Ball picked out the back, goes to Stone, shrugs the tackle, handballs over the top, back to Culliver. Right boot, puts it to where it's going to be dangerous. Chesterman's trying to fend off. Bonnie did that nicely. Ball comes to ground. Kirk out the back to Chesterman on the right boot.
He's got that.
Goal. And Chesterman has got his first of the afternoon. And the fifth for Werribee. They're 5-9. They lead Inverleigh 5-6. And we have ticked over 29 minutes. Elders Insurance second quarter.
I don't know where that defender went to from Inverleigh. I didn't see him go because it was an even contest. And then all of a sudden, I think the Inverleigh defender dropped back towards the goal, but they left Chesterman on his own. And you can't leave anybody on his own, especially a bloke of his ability. And yeah, it was a great goal, but gee, he was under no pressure when he kicked it because the defender left and went further into defence. He should have stayed there and put pressure on the kicker.
So 3-point margin. Won't be long to go on this one. Coming through is Donoghue trying to get a boot to it. That could be holding the ball. It is.
Oh, is
So
it?
now Camilleri is going to go inside the forward 50, looking for Kirker. Bounces out in front of him on his hammer. He's got Stoney, but the ball beats all comers. Might have a stoppage 45 metres out from the Werribee goal.
See, that's when Werribee Centrals get a run on. Kicks like that hurt you because they've got to go to a man. That's just a nothing kick.
So ball back in.
I'll throw that in
now.
again.
Either Ruckman could get towards it. Warren probably won the tap out now. Comes over the top. Opportunity for Culliver. Taps in front of him. Oh, it's beautifully done. Look at him go, Culliver. Kick back inside. Not his best kick. Couldn't find Camilleri. Now it's turned over. Opportunity for Floyd. Inverleigh could kick one late here, though it's turned over. Not a good handball. Opportunity now for Adorno. He's going to go inside the forward 50. Coming back and a good mark taken from Stoney.
Again, he's kicked it to advantage of the defenders.
Probably just slow this down now. Ends up with Viney. Now he's got one more shorter. He's going to go the longer option. They might have one more crack at this here. Mays has the ball just in front of us in the broadcast position.
No, I'd be holding it up.
So
they're a long, long way from home.
31 minutes gone. He's going to go down the line. There's 1-on-4 here. Don't know how that happened. Grundle was maybe held. Umpire said play on handball over the top. Opportunity now for Sailor. He's going to kick short. It's a beautiful kick. Back inside. He wants to get it back. Taylor is going to go in the path of Kirker. Back, take the mark, son.
Oh, he dropped it.
Just dropped it. Now Stoney's going to be clean. He is to Viney. Viney back inside. Kick down the line. It's going to be coming back, though, because it's all Werribee. The mark is taken by Kellis.
They'll have to be quick.
Now to Saliba. He's the man you want with the ball in your hand. And no, couldn't quite. Umpire says it's got to be a free kick. Yes. Wasn't the best kick from Saliba on that occasion.
What are you pushing him for, you idiot? What's wrong with these blokes?
And Kirker couldn't get a good run at it. So now they're going to go down the line of the path of Bauer. Couldn't quite 1-2. Yeah, takes the mark. Got Blake Taylor right over him as the siren goes for half time. What a first half it was. Werribee past players day 5-9-39. Werribee are leading only by 3 points, 5-6-36. That quarter was brought to you by Idols Insurance.
Goal kickers to this stage of the game. Linehan Cunningham with 2. McDonald, Robinson and Chesterman 1 for Werribee and for Inverleigh. I've got 2 for Floyd, 2 for Dixon and 1 to Nathan Mays. We're going to take a short break, come back, and we will endeavour to get some scores from around the ground. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Long towards their half-forward line. Ball gets over the top. Robinson leads in the race for the ball. Doesn't try to pick it up. Just kicks the ball back. Jacobson picked up by Francesi. Dixon, and he has got his 5th of the afternoon. The 10th for... Welcome back, and at half time it is Werribee by that 3 points. I suppose that margin is not great, but the positive thing is for them, Inverleigh are without a couple of players. Dan Maher looks like he may be gone for the game, and Jack Filet also was icing up a hamstring there at half time, so I'm not too sure whether they'll have any more time on the ground in the second half. So that will be an advantage for them. Around the grounds, there's also a 3-point margin between East Geelong and Belmont Lions. I'm just trying to get those scores up now. And I'm just having a little bit of trouble here, but we'll get there eventually. I've had them there before, mate. I had them ready to go. That went up. Here we are. So it's 37 Belmont Lions, East Geelong 34. Belpost Hill 62, lead Thompson 33. Bannockburn 62, lead the Giants 9. And North Geelong 67, lead Corio 18. And a bigger margin is at Winchelsea. They are 74. They lead Anarchy 16. Grub, what are your thoughts in the first half? But he's not obviously back yet. The old brother. Wonder where he could be. But anyway, we'll find out. How, Chad, did you see the first half? And obviously the injuries to Inverleigh aren't going to help their cause in the second, you wouldn't think.
It's not going to be great. So who's out? Is it Mar and
two defenders
as well? Yeah,
two key defenders. Yep.
Not great for them. I thought Lenny and Cunningham's been really impressive as well. Up forward, he's a good contested mark. I've really been impressed with Saliba. I've watched him play before, and he's definitely he's a small forward. They all love kicking goals. But you can really see how much of an effort he makes to pass the ball off and use the best option. And he'd have 3 or 4 score involvements himself. So I've really liked his game. I think Werribee just got to be cleaner going forward because and watch the corridor as well when they're using their defensive running because Inverleigh, that's every single time they get the ball, they're looking for Plant, they're looking for Collins and Donahue to go straight through the middle of the ground. So I think if they get their full connection going and defend the corridor a bit better, they should go a long way to win this game.
Yeah, plenty of work to be done, as I said. I just feel now those rotations, haven't been one to think that would worry most sides, but I've seen the evidence of it in recent games. So it's important here. The game is about to restart with umpire now ball in hand. What does the ruck work? Gets the ball down. It's going to be cleaned out. Culliver got the ball back and went to the hands of Camilleri, and he kicked the ball into their half-forward line. Picked up out there. Phillips got the handball back inside. Stone picked up on that, got the nice kick through. Actually, kick was smothered off the boot then, and it's been held up. So umpire will ask for it back just inside towards 50.
Boys are enjoying themselves in there, Smithy.
We have enough to eat, Grub, did you?
Yeah, nearly.
Ball from that ruck contest. Culliver again. Quick boot into the forward line.
He's marked
nicely done. Linehan Cunningham, one-handed, has taken the mark and will go back. And a chance to just increase that lead by the 6 points. So Linehan Cunningham. Kick of only 20 metres. So he's got taking his time to get this done. Steps in towards it now. As I said, 20 metres out, almost directly in front. Kick is going to go across the face. Or I'll tell you what, it's only going to just go in for his minor score. Put him down as 2-2 for the afternoon. 5-10 now to Werribee. 5-6 to Inverleigh. And we have gone just on 1 minute and 25 in this third quarter.
There's your shank there, Grub.
Well,
Right, has it back in now. He might turn the ball over. I'll get your thoughts in a second. Stoney comes back in. Opportunity for Werribee here. Saliba hugged up tight against that boundary. He couldn't kick it from there. No. Was punched over the goal line. Just a minor score. Kirker just getting back there. So 5-11, 41 now to 5-6, 36. Third quarter action brought to you by P&R Foods. They're going to go quickly on down the line. It was a pretty good kick. Trying to find Grundle. Couldn't quite. Now gets over the top. Camilleri is usually pretty good in these situations. He's head-to-head with Miles. The ball beats all comers. We'll have a ball in through centre wing.
it just makes you wonder how a bloke can kick some beautiful goals, then have 2 bad ones. And 5-11 is going to get him in trouble, like it's done most of the year.
Yeah, we're just saying Mar and Fight take no further part, though, Grub, I would think. Ball from that ruck contest. Gain comes out, picked up, tried to work through the contest. It's going to be turned over now. End up in the hands of Culliver. Got the handball back outside. I reckon that's Stone on the left boot. Goes into the half towards centre wing. Paddy Yards comes up, got the handball away to his teammate Phillips. Intercepted there by Viney. Read it nicely off the ball, off the boot. Now it ends up with Bowie Collins, although left it for Haberfield. He made his way through the contest. Bluff. Big tackle in the middle of the ground. Holds things up. Umpire will ask for it back, and it will be a ball up again.
I'm not sure Harley Kilby's going to return either, just looking at
Yeah,
it.
no, it's a bit sluggish walking off at half time. Ball from that contest again, picked up by Stone out to Culliver.
It's a
Culliver
good
on the
handball.
right boot goes into their half forward line. So Viney did nicely. Picked up out there. Linehan coming out off the Pattyards now. He goes back towards their full forward position. Coming out, Kerr picked the ball up. Got away from one. Handballs over the top towards Saliba. Tried to take it. Was taken off the ball. Umpire said.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't think that was there.
Was that
Called for high.
Was that from the non-officiating umpire?
Yeah, that was from back behind it. I'm not sure that was there. I think that was play on. But that's only my opinion. They're out there doing it. But, gee,
Yeah, looking at the replays, knee's got him in the head.
his knee got him in there.
Yeah, the knee.
But he was up in the air.
Well, when he came to ground.
Oh, that would have been, I don't know.
So Saliba now, his first real shot at goal this afternoon, comes in and he puts that straight through the middle. He gets his first of the afternoon. That is a 6 now for the Werribee side. They're 6-11. They lead Inverleigh on 5-6. And BNR Foods third quarter, we have gone 4 minutes.
You see how happy the kid was? He's got that role. I know that he doesn't like it. I know he wants to kick goals. But he's playing that role very well. When he gets the chance, he wasn't going to miss that one. When he get a chance like that in the role that he's got, you make it all count. And look, I think at some point this kid's going to be too good for this comp. He's only 17, so I think he's going to be too good. May have just turned 19. I think he'll play better in better leagues too. But good kid.
Ball back in now. Watt had it down. Opportunity going forward was a missed handball. Now Werribee might hurt him on the rebound as that man against Sleeper gets over the top. Here's Linehan Cunningham gets a handball. They're going to run into another open goal. They do.
Wow.
Ended up being Stone kicking the goal. And Werribee had a hot start in this second half. 7-11-53 now to 5-6-36. We have gone just on 5 minutes in this third quarter, brought to you by PNR Foods.
Look, it may be a slight on Inverleigh, but he was involved in the clearance. And he ran down and kept where he didn't look very dangerous. And all of a sudden, bang! And he is dangerous. He kicks the goal. So you've got a player getting the clearances out like Stone and runs forward. Your on-ballers have to run with him. You can't let him run down by himself, or as classy he is, he'll tear you apart. So you have to run down with him. Otherwise, he's going to do that to you. That was unbelievable play. Unbelievable play from a good player.
So back in the middle once again, Warren doing the ruck work over the top. Watt brings the ball to the ground, goes towards Camilleri. Couldn't take it cleanly. It's been knocked back the other way. Muir picks the ball up. Tried to force his way through.
The ball, I think.
Umpire's paid it that way. Camilleri going to be the recipient of it. He kicks the ball, goes into their forward line. Saliba out in a strong lead once again, takes a mark. Handballs outside, so running player Stevenson goes long into their forward line, but nicely got out there by Stoney. And he takes the mark. Will play on and go towards the centre back position. Dangerous. McDonald even missed the arms there. Ball comes out to Bauer now, and he's taking the mark for Inverleigh. In between the defensive end, he's waiting for Donahue to come past him now. He wants to look up, goes inside to McIntosh, goes outside to Lewis. Lewis now puts boot to ball. He goes towards Snezhkov. He's there. Ball comes out of that contest. Picked up again. Robinson got the handball away. They work towards Camilleri. Little chip up over the top. Went towards Pattyards. He's provided a little bit of space by his teammate there. Adorno now asked for it over the top. Got it. Not to way through the contest. Didn't get all the way through. Tried to release the ball. Picked up out there, Lewis. Ball on top of it, and a ball up will take place.
It was a good shepherd one, and actually the ball come back and he couldn't capitalise.
So, interchange area here at Werribee. The ball is thrown up. The ball out of the top, picked up there by Grundle, got through the contest. Handballs over the top. Stone read it. Grundle went back after it. Stone's going to be the first to arrive. He's tackled, brought the ground.
I don't think so.
It was his own teammate.
Yeah, I think he's a bit lucky again, but anyway.
Free kick from Stone goes backwards and he finds his teammate out the back there. Picked up Kalos, got the handball away to Culliver. Culliver moves now towards centre half back. His third bounce. Looks up, delivers the ball. Kick had to be good. Didn't hit the target. Was taken away from him there. And that was by Peel. Got the handball back from Inverleigh. They go back to the middle of the ground, but it's Culliver who's intercepted once again. Goes into the forward line. Stoney. He's played a pretty good game out there as the bench today.
Very good game.
So he now kicks the ball, goes across the ground. He's pulled up a little bit sore also.
Oh, no,
So from the half back line, Lewis now goes back towards centre wing, coming out. Good hands out there. Picked up by Floyd. Delivers the ball back inside. Called the play on now. Peel picks the ball up and he goes long into their forward line. Dixon. Actually, it was Snezkov there in front. Didn't take the mark. Ball gets through the contest. And again, Werribee with some numbers. They bring the ball back. Go back to the middle of the ground. Sharrock up over the top. Goes towards Haberfield. Has his head over the contest. Got the ball. Got the handball out. But Werribee emerged with it now, and it's going to be kicked into their forward line. Linehan Cunningham comes out. Didn't finish off the mark, but went back after it again. He's kept the ball alive, but it's going to be Stoney from Inverleigh that intercepts it again and goes back towards Haberfield. Takes it just inside the field of play. He goes along the boundary line.
Good
Stay in. Yes, it will. Into the hands of Mays. So Mays from the scoreboard goes into their half-forward line. Dixon out in the lead. Good spoil there. Sutton. Ball goes over the boundary line. We're going to have a throw-in. 8.5 minutes gone. 7:11:53. Werribee. 5:6:36. Inverleigh.
They're going to have to do something here, Smithy. Inverleigh have to do something. I've just got this feeling that Werribee are on the verge of that footy that they play. So Inverleigh have got to stop it now. Otherwise, they could be in some strife.
Just feel like they have to kick the next one here. Inverleigh taken out of the ruck. It was Grundle.
There's another umpire from Wongaback too. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that free kick was for.
They're Tiggy Touchwood, so leave them go.
So what has the ball now? The ruck. Over to ruck infringement now. Down the line. Opportunity, although it's beautifully set up for Inverleigh. Looks like Sharrock out there. He has the ball just through centre wing. He's going to play on now, go long down the line, but sitting in the hole and taking a good mark is Callos. So Callos has the ball.
You're not a bad kid, this kid, is he, from Hobbs? You're not a bad player.
So it looks like they're not going to switch. Have played most of the day on that side of the ground. And a good mark taken on this occasion from Linehan Cunningham. He's going to go quickly, an up and under kick. Oh, the player nearly fell over. It still ends up taking the mark in Houlihan. He's 50 out from goal now. He's going to send it to the pocket. Here goes Kirker over the head. Stoney was on him. Saliba hugged up against the boundary. Goes the dribble and couldn't quite from there. Nearly the miracle goal. 7:12:53 now to 5:6:36. They're going to go quickly. Donahue in the pocket. Now back to Viney. Viney might handball. He was hesitant about it. It's to Miles. And then, they turned it over here. Opportunity for Werribee going back inside forward 50. That was really well done on that occasion from Phillips to the top of the square. The mark. No, umpire says play on. Linehan Cunningham there as well. He gives a quick handball out. Now they should kick a goal. Houlihan from 35.
Missed everything.
Never looked like it.
See, when they switch, Werribee went straight to them. They stopped their switch, and that's good footy.
So, Donahue have been going pretty direct all day, and they're going to do that again. I don't think they're going to switch this time. How'd that player get all that room by himself? Or checking from Werribee, although they've done well to get back.
It's actually not, unless they stuff the next one up.
So, Planner does well back inside now. It ends up with Peel in the middle of the ground. And then should be holding the ball. Umpire says no to Leon in there as well to Chesterman. Chesterman, little chip kick. That's a horrendous kick. I think he was looking for McDonald, but just hit the wrong part of his boot. So, turned over on that occasion. McIntosh has the ball now. Cross half back. Not a great ball drop. Gets over the top. He needs it too. It's a one-on-one with Taylor and Collins. McDonald might get the ball. He rows it well. Now Culliver just turns his man inside out back to Taylor. And McDonald got up his feet at the right time. Kicks it in the path. It gets past that player in McIntosh. And now Stoney comes through and beautifully done by Taylor. He's going to go quickly because he knew it was going to be called play on. Now to the teeth of Galsko. Houlihan there. Oh no, the mark was dropped on that occasion. Going back from Lewis. And then they're happy to see it through for a minor score. So 7:13:55 now 5:6:36. We've gone 12 minutes in this third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods.
The forward defensive pressure is very good, isn't it?
Lewis now gets the ball and he goes long up the middle of the ground. Went towards his teammate there, but it's over the top. Picked up by Peel. Got the handball back outside. Into the hands now of Plant. Left foot goes towards half forward. Dixon's out there. Took one hand on it, but couldn't finish it off. Tapped over the boundary line there by Sutton. We'll have a throw-in, which will take place just outside forward 50. And this time at Inverleigh's attacking end. So umpire with ball in hand now. Warren's down there doing the ruck work. What tried to kick that off the ground. It was picked up nicely by Plant. Got it to Collins. Collins tried to put Boots' ball over the boundary line. It's going to be a free kick, which will go to Werribee for the last touch. He brings the ball back in. Culliver, nice kick. Signs Phillips.
That rule.
Phillips now chips the ball short. Stevenson, don't know whether that required distance. He's asked to play on now by the umpire. Kick smothered off the boot. Went back and tried to collect it once again, but had some opposition there. Taylor was there. He's got small support. Handball comes over the top.
Phillips.
That was nicely done by Bauer. He takes the ball on the right boot now and can go long into their forward line. Snezkov's there out the back. Ball doesn't get to him. Coming through there was Kalos. He tried to keep the ball alive. Snezkov's worked hard. He picks the ball up. Handballs back inside. Mays off a step. Goes back towards goal. Has he got the distance? Yes, he has. And the accuracy. He gets his second also of the afternoon. The 6 now for Inverleigh. They are 6-6. They trail Werribee on 7-13. And we have gone 13 minutes, Peanut Foods, third quarter.
That's exactly what they have to do. I think Werribee have dominated the quarter, and they haven't had many opportunities down forward, Inverleigh. And when they do get the opportunity, they made it count and kick the goal. And that's what they keep having to do. Because I said before, Werribee look like they're on the verge of playing some good footy. They've probably kept them in the game a bit. There's 20 shots to 12. They probably should be further in front. But if that stays like that, Inverleigh, take your opportunities. They haven't kicked straight either at 5-7. They have to kick straight now to keep themselves in this game of footy.
So umpire Smith has the ball in the middle, puts it up high. It was a good win out of the middle by Linney and Cunningham. Now they're going to go forward. Caliver throws it on his left boot. It bounces. Now coming through. Also there is Jones Patiage. He couldn't quite get the ball out in and under. That was close to the knees. So they didn't say. Thought he might have dived on it. Well, I said
It couldn't have been kicking in danger because he nearly kicked his own teammate's head off.
So now Adorno is involved in there as well. Coming through, watch for Camilleri out of this contest. Houlihan there as well. And we'll have another stoppage. 45 metres out from the Werribee goal. After all that dominance, Inverleigh kicked the first there. Their first this quarter. Ball kicked out now. Over the top. It was beautiful done on that occasion from Taylor. Got the handball out. Now Caliver is wrapped up by Collins. The umpire says no prior opportunity, so he'll have a ball up just in between.
See how he pushed Bowie Collins off him then? Like Bowie was going to pick Caliver up. Leave him alone. Play the ball.
So all it's the deck, even ruck contest. Good handball out from Plant. Now Donahue inside, forward 50. It's not a good kick, although it's going to get over the top. Here's Snezkov, gives the handball back. Opportunity for Peel. He's going to go short. Haberfield, they've got to figure something out here. He kicks the goal. Yes.
He kicks it.
Haberfield kicks their second in a row. 7-13, 55 to 7-7-49. We have gone 15 and a half minutes in this third quarter brought to you by P&R Foods.
That's good footy by him. You'd see probably the first time I've ever seen Donahue miss a kick, and they backed up, and obviously they got that goal through just sheer will, and they're keeping themselves in this game. Another couple here, and they're back in front, so they're keeping themselves in the game, and look, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're having a go, and it's coming off.
Yes, they've been productive. They've hit the ball twice this quarter, gone in, and they've made their most of it. Ball from that contest. McIntosh through the contest. Kick smothered off the boot, but it does travel forward. Peel tried to trap it, got it off the boot again, went towards Chesterman, out towards centre wing. Oh, that was a high tackle. Saw that from here. I did. Thought it was a high tackle. But I'm obviously just a bit too far away to see that.
You're a fair bit older than me, so I don't know. I couldn't see it either.
So the ball now from that centre wing position. Contest goes him. That's McIntosh again gets the ball outside, but it's going to be Stephen that will emerge with it. He goes long into their forward line. Paddy Ard's lost his feet, staying there and taking the mark. Inverleigh defence hold up well. That was Lewis, I reckon. Kicks the ball short. Oh, just gets to Donahue on the full. Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did.
He made it good. He goes into the middle of the ground. Little chip kick. Goes towards Peel once again. Up there. Takes the mark. Peel's got Haberfield on centre wing. Goes towards him now. And he's nice kick again. So they've used the ball well once again.
Yeah, they have.
They go towards centre half forward. Snedkov out in the lead. Takes the mark.
Nearly 50.
And he is probably just outside range here. He's going to have to kick from 55. But he's got an opportunity to go back towards goal. Dixon was on a lead. Needs to go back. They've got two marking options back there.
Mays was on a lead as well, all by himself.
So Snezkov now from, I reckon, about 55. He'll have to kick it. Steps in. Kicks that goal. Wasn't a good off the boot. Almost made the distance. Ball gets towards the line. It's still in the field of play. They're trying to work it through. And they will finally do so. So that will give them another point in the lead. They move now to 7 goals, 8, 7-13 to Werribee. And we have ticked over towards 18 minutes in this third quarter.
It was a big fly on the outer side, but it was Muir. He kept his feet in the end. The ball beat all comers going towards the boundary line. Will have a ball in. Camilleri was peeling for the last touch. So 7-13. Smithy just said 55, 7-8-50. Better game of the football we've watched this year. High quality stuff. Two teams will think beat the pointy end of the season. Ball back in now. Good hands from Plant. They're going to go inside forward 50 through Collins. Playing in front was Taylor. The Blake for right. He's going to handball back inside to Stevenson. Now coming through again. Plant. He's had a pretty good quarter. Here's an opportunity for Peel. Short kick. Dixon. He just got some separation from Sutton. It was only a couple of metres, but it was enough. And it was one of the easiest kicks Peel would have hit. He'll have an opportunity to take back the lead for Inverleigh. 20 minutes through the third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods. He has a kick of what? Maybe 35, 40 metres. You back him, Grub? So, from 40 metres out, hugged up against the boundary line. The biggest kick of the game so far. St. Dixon, he's got a couple. Doesn't look good off the boot at all, and it just scrapes him for a behind. So they're getting a by singles at the moment. 7-13-55 to 7-9-51. We have gone 20 minutes in this third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Foods.
Waiting for the ball to come back from behind the net there. Stevenson kicking in for Werribee. About to get ball back in hand. So Stevenson now decides to play on from the goal square. He runs to the far side. He takes his two bounces and now kicks back out towards centre wing. It's probably a bit too wide there. I think it's gone over the boundary line, so it's going to come back into the forward line as quickly as it left. So now the ball's kicked in towards Collins. Didn't quite get him on the full. Buell was there. Got the handball back outside. So they maintain possession. Bauer over the top. And again, this time Dixon loads up and goes long. Back into the forward line. Coming across. Grundle. Good hands. He takes the mark. And he can go back and shoot for goal.
If you're behind, you've got a punch.
Opportunity here now for Inverleigh to regain the lead. Oh, gee. Someone snuck through the mark there.
Be careful doing that.
Hayes went round the back, but Taylor decided to come through the mark. Umpire was still setting it, so he might have got away with one there, but Grundle now kicks towards goal. I'll tell you what, that looks pretty good off the boot. And he likes it, and so do Inverleigh. That's his first and the eighth now for Inverleigh. They're 8-9. They lead Werribee on 7 goals, 13. And we have gone. The clock's just disappeared on me now. I'm not too sure how long we've got. Have you got it there? 21 minutes. In this P&R Foods third quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't take anything away from the Hawks. Werribee started to get away and you think, oh, well, they're going away. And they've just played some magnificent football in the last 10 minutes to get back and hit the front. And they deserve everything they get the way they're playing footy. Deserve everything they get.
So umpire Smith with ball in hand now. Calls it up. Druckmann go at it, and just like most of the day, it's what we got the tap out inside forward 50 now. An opportunity for Werribee. They let the ball bounce though. Now was tackled without it, or maybe he did have the ball handball over the top when Cunningham couldn't find his teammate in Adorno. He was appealing for a trip. They've got numbers on the outer side here. Plan has the ball. He runs up the true centre wing. He's going to screw the ball back into the corridor. He does. He finds his teammate. He's going to go further afield. Floyd was there. He couldn't quite base. He might give a handball out. They're on here. Like Haberfield, was that caught high? Umpire says yes. All the momentum with Inverleigh at the moment. Just got to take their chances here. Haberfield has an opportunity. Kick his second goal from 45 metres. And that quick rebound from defensive 50 up to attacking 50. It really worries Werribee. Haberfield now from 40 metres. Kicks, looks right off the boot. Is it going to stay in? Maybe a hand from Mason Dixon. No, the umpire says on the full. So a disappointing result there. Now Werribee, they got a rebound here. Got the ball deep in defence. Player on in Kalos. They're going to go in his direction. Kalos is going to fly. No one manned him up, but he took the mark, basically uncontested. He's got Camilleri to Leon. He's going to go to Saliba near the middle of the ground. It was a big fist coming over the top from Sharrock. Now coming through with Stevenson. Full hand there it might be. No handball. Quickly tackle. How's the umpire going to see it? Oh, he's going to go the way of Inverleigh.
That's a terrible
The
decision.
stone coming through. Now, kick over the top. The path of Grundle. Does really well. Takes the mark. Now he's off. Inside the forward 50. Looking for Dixon. Crashes the puck. Did he end up the ball? No.
Kalos.
Intercepted mark on that occasion by Robinson. Now they're going to go on the outer side. Taylor has the ball. He's going to go down. Camilleri. He's got some distance on his man. He's going to take a dash. Now kick into the path of McDonald. McDonald's going to do well here. Got it over the back. McDonald, he might do it himself. He's taken one on, taken two on. Kicks a goal. Kirko couldn't find the square. De Leon there as well. He tries to kick off the deck.
Oh, unbelievable.
He's kicked the goal from off the deck. Zach De Leon with one of the goals of the day. 8-13, 50, 61 to 8-9. 57. We have gone 24 minutes in this third quarter brought to you by P&R Foods.
Well, it's taken a long time, probably because I forgot. But that's got to be a contender for the Connectel. Yes, that's right. Connectel goal of the day. And geez, they did it hard there. And they did it hard because of the pressure that Inverleigh are putting on. I know they got away with a goal, but by geez, they put pressure on them all the way. And I tell you what, they're fighting for their life, Inverleigh, and they're playing some good footy.
So back with the umpire in the middle of the ground, 4 points of margin. Werribee are back in front, as we said, tick towards 25 in this third quarter. This time, White maybe gets it down, but coming through was Collins, read it nicely, tackled, brought to ground. He had no opportunity there to get rid of it. Umpire, correct decision there, takes the ball back once again. And up in the air very quickly. Warren up very quickly.
Oh, what's that?
I think he said he put his hand on his shoulder, I think.
Gee, they're going for a ruck. Oh, I don't know, Smithy. Was that a free? Do you think?
Well, as I said, he's probably used him as leverage, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Not a lot in it.
Fair enough.
White's kick was short, intercepted there. Collins didn't take the mark, ends up with Colliver. Colliver goes back outside. Kalos goes outside. He's got good vision out there because he's found his mate out there in Taylor. He runs now towards the half-forward line. Kicks the ball into their forward line, goes deep. Out comes Kirk. Ball gets out the back. Ground level picked up. Stone could be dangerous here. On his left boot, swings back towards goal. It's got some height. Hasn't got the distance, though. Will land towards the goals. And it's going to be forced through for a minor score. 8-14 now to the Werribee side. 8-9 to Inverleigh. And we've gone 26 minutes. P&R Foods third quarter.
It's going to be Viney from fullback now. Ever reliable Josh Viney. He's going to go quickly. Oh, no, is that 50-metre penalty? It is. There's a 50-metre penalty. And he's going to run. There's still no one on the mark. Chesterman's wondering where he's going to go. That's 100 metres, it looks like. Now he's going to go long down the line into the path of Floyd. Ball hits the deck. Grundle there as well. Chases on. I'm not sure if you saw it up in there, Grub, but it was a 100-metre penalty.
I was looking at this. Smithy was showing me something on the books.
Well, he got taken in the middle of the ground, so it was either a very generous 50 or 100. Not sure why. So, ball is out of bounds now. 45 metres out from Inverleigh's goal. Ruckman tussle for front positions. Grundle in the ruck for the time being. What coming through? Donahue did really well. Broke the attack. What a tackle to Leon. Now he gives the handball to Adorno. He's going to take a bounce kick back into the middle of the ground. It's a good contested mark taken by Stone. They're going to move the ball quickly. Opportunity for Culliver. He usually uses the ball pretty well. Kirko's out in the lead. He's got to pick it up off the bounce. Kirko turns Stone inside out. Kirko loses the ball. He gets it back again. He's still doing well, Kirko. Now, Miles
he's not.
Calls the Stoney up and under kick. Opportunity now, early flight, might be turned over. Culliver, he gives a handball now. Opportunity for, it might be Adorno. Ball coming up.
Pushed him out.
Body.
Pushed him out.
Might be off the deck as he kicked the goal. Umpire says yes. No free kick. Goal to Werribee. 9-14, 68 to 8-9, 57, 28 minutes gone in this third quarter. think that may have been a free kick there, Grub.
Well, I heard you say he used his body. Well, if he used his body, I'm not here. He dead set pushed him in the back. And that was an Inverleigh free kick. And I don't give a stuff where I've watched Werribee since 1976. That was a free kick every day. The umpire, probably on the wrong side of the pack, didn't quite see it, but it's cost him a goal. And it's just one of those things, I suppose. But that was really bad luck because that was a free kick.
So back in the middle once again, Warren, and this time he gets the ball down. Plant off the pack, goes nice again to their half-forward line, coming out. Did nicely, Stevenson, took the ball away. Dalton Grundle was there, got the ball, but it unfortunately came out of his hands, now in the hands of Culliver, if he gets a favourable bounce, but he didn't get one, so it's back to be one, and it's picked up there. Bauer did nicely, got out of the contest to Ethan Floyd. Handball was hit the wrong
Shocking
player there, and it ends up with Camilleri, who now goes back the other way. Kick wasn't great going forward. Over the top of it, Linehan Cunningham dives over the top, and umpires allowed things to go. It's going to be DeLeon that emerges with that ball, goes back into their forward line. Kerker up in front. Mark not completed, picked up and snatched away there by McIntosh. Been good. Goes back outside 50. The mark has been taken out there again. He's going to come back. Culliver quickly inside. Goes towards Camilleri. Kick wasn't good. Camilleri can pick the ball up. Tackle goes outside. Into the hands now. Taylor back towards goal. Kick in. Straight through the middle. He gets his first goal of the afternoon, Blake Taylor. And the 10th now for Werribee. 10-14, 74. And 8-9 Inverleigh. And we are P&R Foods third quarter. We have gone 29 minutes.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting old. I know they got the ball out beautifully there on the half-forward front. I'm not quite sure how he got it out. But this is when Werribee look they're dangerous. They're most dangerous. They can kick goals very, very quickly. So Inverleigh stopped them earlier and hit the front. They've just got to give it everything now and do the same again and maybe kick it one or two themselves if they can.
So it won't be long to go in this quarter. In the ruck, Warren couldn't get the ball out to Leon. He's had a pretty good quarter. Handball's back to Camilleri. He goes inside the forward 50. Dashing at this one, trying to go with the ball, and doing so is Sharrock. He goes down the line. Camilleri there. It's going to get over the top. It does. Floyd gave the ball. It was a smart hands now. Great tackle.
He got a handball. He got a hand.
Umpire says play on. They're still going to go inside the forward 50 here in Inverleigh. Sutton getting back. Couldn't quite. Stevenson there as well. It's going to be two. Sutton did really well. The ball ends up over the boundary line. They won't mind that at all. Have a stoppage 30 metres out from the Inverleigh goal. 10-14. 74 to 8-9, 57. Werribee
Look at that push
in front.
I don't know.
30 minutes gone in this third quarter. Brought to you by P&R Food. Ball comes back in now. He's there. He might go with the ball. They should recall that they haven't. Is it a high contact? Umpire says play on to get the ball out. Now Grundle there as well. He throws a boot to ball. Peels there. There's got good defensive numbers though, Werribee. And the umpire says no prior opportunity, so we'll have the ball in 20 metres out from their goal in Inverleigh.
Gee, he did that well. He just let him go when he hit the ground to make sure he didn't give a free kick away.
Up again now. Grundle jumps over the pack. He was nearly the old third man up as the ball siren goes for three-quarter time. 10-14, 74. Werribee are leading this one to Inverleigh 8-9, 57.
And at three-quarter time, goal kickers, we have Linehan Cunningham with 3 and 1 each to Saliba, McDonald, Stone, Blake Taylor, DeLeon, Robinson and Chesterman. And for Inverleigh, 2 each to Floyd, Mays and Dixon. Dalton Grundle and Logan Haverfield both have 1. We're going to take a short break, come back. The 5-5 that time to Werribee and 3-3 to Inverleigh. So both sides still having difficulty scoring well. So come back shortly. You'll listen to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. 56 to Inverleigh. And as we said, that was a very good quarter. Both sides had shots at goal, 5-5 to Werribee, 3-3 to Werribee. From around the ground, Belmont Lions have a 5-point lead over East Geelong. Belpost Hill are out by 66 points. Bannockburn out by 65 points. Close one here. North Geelong 105 to 37, so about a 65-point margin there. And similar out at Winchelsea, 107 to 17 there, so that's around 80 points there. So some real blowouts there, unfortunately, but there is a couple of close games. The one here this afternoon, and also the Lomas Shield is very tight at Belmont Lions. Rub, how did you see the third quarter?
I really enjoyed it. Look, I honestly believe, and I'm not being biased, I honestly believed halfway through that quarter, Werribee was just going to go bang, 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 and we're all going to go home at three-quarter time. It just looked that's what was going to happen to me. And then Inverleigh dug deep, and they played better football than Werribee for 10 or 12 minutes, and they hit the front. Werribee were able to come back and kick a couple of goals and get a little bit of a break again. But at three-quarter time, I don't think you can pick a winner here yet, because if Inverleigh go back and play that 10 or 12 minutes what they played, they can get in front again. If Werribee get a run on, well, it's over. But I tell you what, Inverleigh, with the players they've got out, the 2 blokes or 3 blokes they've got on the bench that won't be coming back. I know Werribee got one as well. But the players they got on the bench there, I tell you what, it's grit, it's determination, and they are having the biggest go I've seen from a club. And they deserve to stay within a couple of goals, and then deserve, if they're good enough, to go on and win it. It's funny in a way. I don't want to see Werribee kick 4 or 5 goals and break away. I want to see Inverleigh do a really, really good job this quarter. And you know what? The way they've done this for 3 quarters, I think they can really give them a run for their money.
Righto, as far last quarter's not too far away here. We've got umpire with ball in hand. And Watt's got that calf bandage again. I'm not too sure it was the injury he had, Grub, but let's hope it's is okay. They need the big fella in there and some consecutive games under the belt. So Warren's still in there doing the work for Inverleigh. And they have definitely missed Wilson through the middle of the ground this afternoon. So the ball is thrown up. Ruckman at it again. Watt just gets the ball down, goes towards Culver, swoops on it, and again on the left boot. He goes out wide, goes towards Chesterman, leads in the race for the ball, just needs a favourable bounce. Wasn't a great bounce there, but he's able to put hand on it. Ball goes over the boundary line, so we will have a throw in, which will take place.
Did it make it faster the game? People just trying to touch it because of the rule of the last touch.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure, but
it's a shocking rule for our level.
It's all right if it's decisive, but when there's an indecision, as I said, I think they're better off just.
Most of them are.
We don't know. Let's
most of them are.
The clock's going to continue to run here. We're at 33 minutes in this last quarter already. It's well and truly interesting.
Well, look at it.
So the ball now is thrown up. Ball comes out of that contest. Inverleigh, they try to emerge with the contest. Ends up with the ends Floyd. Floyd left boot goes towards centre wing. Grundle attack the ball. Gets into the hands of Peel. Front and square to the contest. It's Taylor who picks the ball up from the defence of Werribee, and he goes to his brother. Yeah, I think they're brothers, aren't they?
No relation.
No relation. Well, there you go. Ball comes back inside. Camilleri gets the hand off. Wants to go the 1-2, but Colour was the wider option, and the clearer option goes quickly into the forward line. And Mark taken out there by Miles, who got the favourable kick. He now chips the ball straight up the ground.
Milo.
The mark has been taken out there by Stone. Comes to the ground pretty hard there, so he's up though. He looks like he's walking okay.
That kick was like his grandfather, not like his father. I don't know why Milo didn't come down today. I hope you listen to Milo. You should have come down and watched him play.
So he's got the ball now. Aaron Stone. And a kick of about 30 metres from almost directly in front. And this would be a good start for the Werribee side in this last quarter. So he steps up to the plate now, kicks that goal. Umpire has not even moved.
Yeah, look like this.
Over his head. They get the first of the last quarter. There are now 11-14 to Werribee, 8-8 to Inverleigh. And we have gone just on 2 minutes in this final quarter. Morris Finance scoreboard.
This is what I was talking about three-quarter time. What they've got, Inverleigh now have got to dig deep, like they did in the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter. But, gee, they've got to dig deep now. They've got to get the next couple and put themselves back in the frame. Otherwise, Werribee could run away with it. But look, they deserve that because they've had a real fetick and go all day.
So back in the middle of the ground now. Bly throws the ball. Rise, ball comes out, trying to get there with Stoney. Couldn't quite. Then Plant wins the clearance. Going to send him inside the forward 50 opportunity.
Good mark.
That should be 50. It's run over the mark.
Well,
The umpire, they're trying to communicate it. It looks like the two umpires from both ways. I'm not sure what's going on here, Grub. Can you explain it for us?
well, it looked to me like he didn't know the mark had been paid. And I think that's the right decision. I don't think that's 50 because I think he's gone there as the whistle went. But if he's a fraction later, then it could be 50.
Donahue nearly backing. He's got to kick a 55, you'd say. He's going to handball across the Floyd. Floyd, not the best kick.
Didn't
off
do
the
that well.
boot. Was partially smothered. Now the kick comes back to Taylor. Taylor up and under kick in the path of Chesterman. He's going to beat Viney. He was held without it. Umpire says play on Saliba. Oh, that was really well done. And then he didn't get the good handball.
No prior.
Leary was caught just in front of us in the broadcast position. We'll have a stoppage.
It was a good tackle, Camilleri, but there was no prior. I tell you, they've done a bloody good job, the umpires, all day.
11-14, 56. Ball comes in the middle of the ground now. Dangerous spot. Haverfield does really handballs. No, not in the end. Kirko does well. She's going to hold it up here. They lost some ground there. Ball comes out. The umpire had already blown his whistle. So
I don't understand
it's
that.
an errant handball on that occasion.
The defensive forward pressure has been so good all day. It's a disaster to go back there.
So ball comes into death now. What there as well. Couldn't quite. Ball comes out. Plant there if you can gather it. It does get out to Plant now. A little bit of a fumble. Kick out now. Good smother from Camilleri. Coming through is Watt. He couldn't get the ball out. Now just thrown on the boot. A one-on-one with Snezkov. Snezkov's used his body well. Now he's got to get out the back. Oh, he just didn't pick up the ball. And he gets a good, smart kick back to Donahue. A bit too much on the handball, though. The young Bauer coming through now. Robinson involved. Handball back. Good pressure from Inverleigh here. Snezkov willing the ball over the boundary line, but it doesn't go over. They've kept it in. Stone really well done. Gives a good handball to Stevenson. Stevenson in the middle of the ground. Look at the space. This boy goes well defensive.
Good
come
football.
up. It was good in the end. Now a chip over the top. McDonald has Saliba in the pocket. Is he going to use him? He is. The ball's going to bounce. Saliba might wheel around the corner. He's going to be unselfish and kick back to Culliver. Culliver has the ball. 50 metres out. This would nearly be the last nail in the coffin. And Adorno takes the mark. And he'll have a ping from 45 metres.
What did he say?
He said it was out.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not even going to see from here.
I was sitting back.
So now an opportunity to make it really difficult for Inverleigh. Adorno has a ping, gives it everything he's got. Kirko might run and jump. He does. The ball ends up
No, he
over his
doesn't.
head.
You idiot. That was Cunningham who jumped.
11-15,
Gets excited,
81, 8-8, 56. They've gone 4 minutes in this last quarter brought to you on Morris Finance.
You can be the
Floyd in the back
Newcastle.
pocket. Yeah. Floyd goes short, over the top, misplant, ball hits the
no.
ground, picked up there by Phillips, got the handball. On the way through was Stone, looks up, goes into their forward line. Gee, that was a good kick.
Oh,
Players everywhere, but Cunningham just comes out in the lead, takes the mark. I won't put this in the book just yet. I'll wait till he kicks it.
yeah, well, I think we all. But I tell you what, Smithy,
He has got 3 goals too, though, Grub.
that was such a good kick. Either him or Chesterman could have taken that mark, and no Inverleigh player had a chance to smother or spoil either of them.
That's what you look for. That kick into the forward line is a very important one. And that was a good kick. Linehan Cunningham just to finish the work now from about 30-odd metres out directly in front of goal. Kicks at goal. Umpire's gone across, has a good look, but he will come back and say, this one has made it in. And that's his 4th and the 12th for Werribee. They're 12-15. They lead Inverleigh on 8-8. And we have gone 7 minutes. Morris Finance, final quarter.
Straight off the boot, I thought he's missed that by a mile. My eyes are gone.
Oh, mine must be going really because I thought it missed by a mile.
Well, but the umpire's right there. But again, going into the forward line is the main thing, and Stone was just magnificent there. He gave no Inverleigh player a chance and 2 Centrals players a chance. And that's been their downfall a little bit. all day, Werribee Centrals. They haven't gone ever. I love to say with Carmelo, yes, he loves to kick a goal, but he never even thought about it. He's straight back to
Yep.
try and give somebody else a go. That's the role he's been asked to do. I don't think he likes it, but by gee, he's been good today.
Ball back in now. Palm over the top. Inverleigh win this clearance through Donahue. Now they need someone to stand up. Where's Dixon? There he is!
Great mark. Great mark.
A great contested mark from Mason Dixon. Brings the ball down with him. Now he's going to have an opportunity.
He got no
Reduce his
choice.
margin.
He's got no choice. He has to kick this goal. And you know what? I think he will.
What's he kick, Smithy?
I
4,
got him as 2-3.
2-3.
So he needs to kick this goal for his team. Probably needs to kick a couple more as well. Let's focus on this one first. He's no more than with 35 metres out. Distance will not be an issue. He's directly in front. Biggest kick of the game so far. Dixon comes back. Kicks. It looks okay off the
it's
the
at the
post.
No.
12, 15, 87, 8, 9, 57. We've got 6.5 minutes. Where are you going to play on quickly in this last quarter? Brought to you on Morris Finance. We've got a man out wide. A little bit of a big flight. Carlos ends up with the ball. I wouldn't mind it. Routley's contender in this last quarter, Grub.
Yeah, well, I've asked Joshy McDonald if they're in front towards the end, see if he can grab one.
Camilleri has the ball now in between half back and centre wing. He's going to play on and then kick long down the line.
There he is.
Oh! He went through. He was on cue as well. That would have been unbelievable if he took that. The ball hits the deck now. Camilleri has the ball. He's going to handball over the top. Oh, didn't see Snezkov coming as it held the ball. Umpire Fisher says play on. Now Viney has the ball. He handballs directly for the boundary line. It should be a lasso anyway. It is. Good call from the boundary umpire. So,
Jeez, I hate that
Jarvis
rule.
Miles taking a long time to give the ball back. So
I hate that rule.
So probably would have been deliberate anyway. Saliba has the ball. Going to kick in the path. There's McDonald. He's there. Can he fly? He couldn't quite. Donahue takes a good contested mark. And that would have been one of the great marks if he took that, Rob.
Oh, he's been pretty good on here.
So Donahue has the ball across half back now. He's going to look for the switch. He kicks out in front of Haberfield. He's going to get that, but now the ball bounces.
No.
It's going to be trouble because he's got to contend with Adorno. Now he handballs out wide. Links up with Peel, and then Peel kicks in the path of Snezkov, but the ball is going to be all comers.
It actually nearly worked because it made Adorno have to run.
So ball comes back in. Camilleri does really well to beat two. Now spinning out of the tackles. Well done by Brodie Taylor. Ends up with Stone. Stone inside the forward 50. Kirker! He's going to play on. Not sure why. Cunningham's going to give him the handball back. Kirker keeps running. Now he's going to kick the goal here, Kirker. He loses it. He should be holding the ball.
Hold the ball.
I'm unsure why he played on.
You never know what he's going to do, this kid.
12-15, 87 at 8-9, 57, 30-point margin. 8 minutes gone in this last quarter. Morris Finance.
Lewis from the back pocket now delivers the ball back outside 50. Snezkov in front, didn't take the mark, picked up there, and again it's kicked back into the forward line by Adorno. Coming out, positioned their body nicely out there, and the mark has been taken out there by Sharrock. So Sharrock is deep in defence for Inverleigh. Looking at his options down the ground, not too sure, but he goes back pretty much to where the ball came from. Oh, that was a push.
Bit of a push.
Yeah, saw it there, had to be. So the mark, the free kick will go to Haberfield, and he is his just defensive side of centre wing on the far side of the ground. Looks back inside. Oh, dangerous kick, but it's okay. Into the hands of Plant. Plant now, straight up the ground he goes. Goes looking towards Donahue. Kick made it to him, but couldn't finish off the work there. Tackled, brought to ground. I said...
That's a good tackle.
Take place.
I think if they're going to be premiership contenders, they need a bloke like Simon Zombo Smith to get in there and do his championship qualities.
So the ball now from that contest is kicked further up the field. It's going to be Stevenson that runs into it. Tackled, brought to ground, didn't have the ball. Peel picks the ball up. Out the back to Lubke. Lubke goes into their half-forward line. That's a good kick. Well weighted. And the mark has been taken there by Grundle.
You'd have to say his first game back has been pretty good, Dalton.
Yep, his hands will get better.
Yeah, he's been away from it a long while. He had a couple of games in the twos, and I think he's been very, very serviceable, and he's only going to get better.
Bonus is getting through unscathed. That'll be it.
Yes.
Pull up tomorrow and feeling good.
I bet you his old man's not unscathed here, something.
So ball short to Peel. Kick wasn't that good off the boot. He is tackled And we'll have a ball up to take place.
As you're saying that, I think he's cramping up a bit.
Yeah, I think there's a few boys starting to get sore now. The rotations are starting to hurt a little bit here, so they can keep working at it, get through the game. They'll have done well. Haberfield gets the ball, spins out of the contest. He kicks the ball high, goes towards the half-forward line. And Taylor maybe interfered there when he went for the ball. Comes out towards Phillips. He couldn't take clean possession. May's got it, went to handball. Missed the target, missed Haberfield. Chesterman's there, tried to kick it off the ground. And the ball now goes back into the half-forward line. Grundle across again. There the hands again. Takes a good mark. Just inside the field of play. And he can go back and shoot for goal. He will probably look to hand it off. That's what he does now. Kick towards goal. I reckon that might have been Floyd. I think that's pretty good. Although Sutton is on the line and has touched it. And through for a minor score. So that will be 8-10 now for Inverleigh. 12-15 Werribee. And we have gone 11 minutes in the final quarter.
Lucky on that occasion, ball fell in the lap of Adorno. Gets the ball now. They're surely happy just to take their time. They're going to kick in the path. It was a bad kick. Wasn't to De Leon or Camilleri. Bo Collins has it now. He's going to go towards the middle of the ground to Donahue. Oh, the umpire has called.
We had play on, yes.
Quickly, McIntosh was involved, and then Ruckman as well in Lubick. He's going to go wider now. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion. Inverleigh forward now. The ball comes down. Kirko's got to fly too early. And
it hasn't been his day, Kirko.
It hasn't.
I've told you that could happen. Next week he could kick 8 and look like $1 million.
So Stoney goes wide. He looks like, and I know Smithy said it earlier, he looks like he's carrying some sort of injury. Hasn't looked right today. The turnover.
Oh,
Not where you need it. This man Saliba. The goal assist. Oh, loves a goal assist. Kicks in the path of Kirker and Stoney. Too easy.
Smithy, how many times when you were playing, you weren't playing that well, you started limping? We all do that.
Kick in the
We've all done that.
Number heavy.
Miles going to go out to Viney. It's a good kick in the path of him. He's got Floyd if he wants him for the handball. They've got to start moving the ball a bit more quicker.
Oh,
Goes through the hands of Peel. Now opportunity. Culliver. He gets the ball out. Might have been a throw. Umpire says play on. Now to Leon inside the 450. Here's an opportunity. He's going to get one out the back here, Kirker. It's going to be his second goal off the ground, out the back. 13-15. 93 to 8-10, 58. 12 minutes gone in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
He doesn't seem to be limping that much as he comes. No, actually, he is limping. But what do you say about that? You know, one of these blokes that, look, he can play footy, and on his best day, he's unstoppable. He has a day that he probably would prefer to forget and still kicks a couple of goals and contributes to his side. And I think that's why we're playing such a good footy match, is that you've got a lot of blokes who I think have been down today. Camilleri hasn't played as well as he normally does, but he's still been pretty good. And I think that's why they're going so well. You know, Culliver, not his best game today, but he's played okay. And that's where they get their drive from, because everybody puts in all through the day.
So Ruckman go at it once again. Ball from that ruck contest comes out of there. And it's now towards half forward. The ball gets out towards the back. Dorno handballs up over the top, goes to Stone. He's now in clear space, looks up and kicks the ball into their forward line. Kirker can't pick up the half volley. Saliba's got his head over the ball. Stoney is there, but the ball gets out the back again. Good tackle, Saliba. Brings the player to ground. It will be held up, and there will be a ball up, which will take place.
Don't worry about it, Chester. A bit of a push and shove. Just let it go. There's nothing in that. They worry me today. Years ago, if something happens, you go whack. When nothing happens, leave it go. He's already had a suspension this year.
So the ball now again is thrown back up. Ruckman go at it. Lubke gets the second one out. Handball goes towards Viney. Bowie Collins held himself under the contest. Chesterman took it away from him. Now to Leon over the top. McIntosh, he could have been headlocked. Headlock or a tackle, whatever you call it. But the umpire will say, let's get it back. And a ball up will take place just on the forward 50 again. This time, ruck contest. Ball comes out the back over the top towards Culliver. He's tackled immediately. Again, no prior opportunity there. Umpire again will ask for the ball back. So now with the ball again, just inside forward 50. Lubke this time gets the hand on the ball. Stone tries to trap it on hands and knees, tries to force it out of the contest, went towards Taylor, picked up out there, Plant, got it towards Donahue, spins out of trouble, kicks the ball off the ground, goes towards the middle of the ground. Mark taken out there by Mays. So Mays now Spins and goes long quickly into their forward line. Grundle in front. Mark not taken there. Ball picked up there by Kalos. Got the handball outside. Teammate picks the ball up and Adorno kicks the ball. Missed his target into the hands of Lovekick. Gets around one. Handballs into Muir. Muir was on the left boot. Kick was smothered off the boot. Adorno did well. Goes to Taylor. In some space by himself. Now kicks the ball long. The only one standing there will be Viney. Didn't try to finish the mark off. De Leon was there to rove it. Picked up by Saliba. Kirk leads. Goes to the pocket. That was a nice way to kick. And that was a mark taken. And he's just inside forward 50. Will he kick the goal? Not too sure.
You wouldn't believe it. He'll have 3 goals if he kicks this. But definitely not being his day. It's not bad.
Well, I'll tell you what,
I've only gone with one at this stage.
this is the hardest kick on this ground as you can do.
I've only gone with one, mate, but we might have missed one somewhere. Kerr now. Difficult kick from this position, though. Comes in. He's left it well short,
that
and it
looked
was
like-
sleeping through for a minor score. And he has got finally 1-1, and the score now 13-16 to Werribee. And Inverleigh are 8 goals, 10 balls.
I used to
ball
kick
back and
them at
kicking.
training here, Smithy.
I can imagine
Yeah.
that, Grub.
They're going to go out wide. Haverfield has the ball. He gets tackled in the contest by Kalos over the boundary line. So we'll have a ball in 50 metres out from the Werribee goal.
Sometimes even on the left if I chose to.
So ball back in now. Haverfield does well, swings the ball back around the corner. Big fly, couldn't quite bring the ball down. Now an opportunity for Zach Plant. He handballs the ball in the middle of the ground, gets the 1-2 with Collins. Now he gets bumped as he kicks the ball, but it's into the path of Grundle. He couldn't gather the ball. Now he does well. A little spinning pirouette, then a little chip kick and finds his teammate. That might be 50.
No chance in the world. He's tried to punch the ball late. That's a good mark, and you're allowed to do that, Arch.
So Mays has the ball. Probably 45 metres out. A little bit of an angle, and Grundles look like he's suited in today. First game back quite well, so not a great kick on that occasion from Mays.
That'll be
He
a
was
free
there.
kick.
Yeah, he was holding
Mays.
his teammate. Couldn't quite. Mays going to go after it again. Now, screwed back opportunity, and Stevenson takes the mark for Werribee.
You're going to miss this kid in the next couple of weeks, I'll tell you.
So Stevenson has the ball in defensive 50. He's going to have a short chip kick behind his teammate in Stone. Stone out wider to Taylor. Taylor might have a bounce. He's got more space than the first Astronauts. Little chip kick finds De Leon. De Leon, true centre wing. He's going to weigh up his options. Go back inboard to Culliver, and why wouldn't you? He's got Camilleri in the far side of the ground, but he might go to one first in between. It's Phillips, and then Phillips goes to Camilleri. He's got to watch out for Dixon coming off the bench. He has the ball now. Take Camilleri to poor kick,
Oh, he
but
ran the
Dixon
wrong way,
wasn't
big
looking,
Dixon.
so he didn't see. It ends up with Robinson. Robinson is going to be pin perfect with this kick. Gets over the head of Plant now to Leon. Handball back inside with Chesterman. He might get the handball back. He does now. Here's an opportunity for De Leon to Camilleri. Camilleri has a snap and kicks. Oh,
Hits the
it hits
post,
the
is it?
post. 13-17, 95 to 8-10, 58. 19 minutes gone in this last quarter, brought to you by Morris Finance.
Donnie brings the ball in, finds Miles in the back pocket. He's now looking for his options further down the field. There doesn't seem to be too much movement down there. He's going to have to deliver it quickly. Could go to Warren Short, but he goes longer. Dixon's got to be the target here. In front, Stevenson, mark not taken. Muir read that nicely. He was tackled. Ball comes out. Umpire said, not too sure they had a prior
I
opportunity
don't
there.
think he
Yeah,
did.
the ball did come out. He probably, if he had on to it, grab it, might have been.
They would have balled it up.
Yeah. So that was the only thing that maybe. But Stevenson again now from forward of centre wing. He kicks the ball into their half forward line. What? Used
Pushed
his
out
body
7 men
nicely.
players.
And he can go back and look at his first of the afternoon. They've had a fair spread of goal kickers.
I'll tell you what, and I don't know if he'll kick it or not, but for a big bloke, he can kick a football. He's a nice kick. I'll probably put the Moz on him
Yeah,
now.
you have. Well, we'll get a good look at it from here, Grub. We're nearly right behind the flight here.
He's been a very good player at a higher level.
Yep.
And he's just come back to say, I might as well play again. And with Paddy Daly not playing, he's had that opportunity. But I tell you what, he's played pretty well. And I think they've got to find a spot for him when Paddy does come back.
It'd be good as a backup for him. Let's put it that way. So he steps in now, kicks his goal. As you're right, Grub, that's not a bad kick off the boot, and it will sneak in.
He's happy with it.
He doesn't kick too many by the looks of that. He's got his first this afternoon, the 14th for the Werribee side. They're 14-17. They lead Inverleigh on 8 goals 10, and we have gone 23 minutes in this Morris Finance final quarter.
As I say, he has been a pretty good player, but he came out a couple of times with the back line earlier in the game, under a bit of pressure and hit blokes on the chest. And I don't think Ruckman are renowned for that much, but he has got a bit of class. And as I say, when Paddy Daly does come back, I believe they have to find a spot for this bloke, because with Daly and this fella in the ruck, I think that could be the best ruck combination in the comp.
Go very, very close.
The ball back up in the middle now, coming through with Floyd. Got the ball to plant. He might get the 1-2 here. He will, but the ball gets out of him. Cunningham did really well. Involved there is Camilleri, if he can gather the ball. So there's Robinson. Now it goes all the way back now. Ends up Taylor. He had the ball, little chip kick now. There's Stone. So Stone has it. He's got DeLeon and Culliver. He's going to go in the path. Saliba.
Now, he wants to kick this. He's been doing all this other stuff that I've been telling you all today. He's kicked one. He needs to come out of this game with 2 goals.
Definitely.
I reckon.
Yep.
Even at some stage, you'd say you can definitely tell that's the instruction from the coach to be unselfish, because it's the first thing he's looking for straight away.
When he first come in, and I'll not having a go at him, he was a little bit selfish because he was 17 or 18. He wanted to kick goals and won the Wayne Tyquin medal. But his role is different now.
From 40 metres out, Camps at Lieber. Kicks, it never looked like a chance. 14-18 now. 102, 8-10-58. Inverleigh, 22 minutes gone in this last quarter. Brought to you by Morris Finance.
Ball going to be brought in now. Looks like Viney doing the kicking
work.
What's
going on there? What's going on there? The umpire's blown his whistle and told someone to nick off.
He was within the 10 metres.
Okay. I thought it was a spectator jumping the fence.
That's ridiculous. Ball's on centre wing, picked up out there. Bowie Collins got his head over the contest. He can't get the ball free of where he wants it to be, and umpire will come in and take possession of the ball. I still can't understand what he was.
I'll tell you, it's because they can't have it's a straight line across, no players.
It's 30 metres away.
Yeah, no. Zach Plant from the contest goes into the half-forward line. Muir is in front, takes the mark. So he's outside range here. The kick now needs to be a good one coming in. Donohue's asking for the ball to go long, and that's where he's going to head. Donohue is out the back. Can he position himself well? But going back, I think that was DeLeon that made the contest there. He's come out of it worse for wear. It's picked up out there, and again, Inverleigh with some numbers around the contest. And is there another free kick being given? Oh, no.
Ball up.
All right, ball up there. So I'm not too sure that wasn't about either. So it's getting late, and everyone's looking forward to the siren sounding by the sound of things. Yeah.
But say what reminds me, you just said too far out. We were here one day when Wayne Tyquin took Mark said, here you go, too far out. Bang! Straight through the middle.
Zach Plant, body strength, gets boot the ball, and he has hit the scoreboard, but only with a minor score. So now 8-11 to Inverleigh. And it'll be 14-18 to Werribee. As I said, we've gone, well, my clock about 26 minutes, but that one's up there about 2 or 3 minutes slower, I would have thought. Werribee from the defence now, bring the ball out, goes to Culliver. Culliver short along the boundary. Female up further up the field is Phillips. So they can play a little bit of possession football now. So Phillips is going to look to drive the ball towards centre wing. Smiles, ball from behind, nicely taken out there. Stone, quick hands, goes into Kalos. Kalos now puts boot the ball, and Haberfield read that nicely, and he will go back and take the mark for Inverleigh.
He's been pretty good, Smithy, Haberfield.
Inside the centre square. Transfers play across the ground. Sherrick, still in the half back line, on vicinity of. And he wants to put the ball further down the field now, and that's where he delivers. He goes towards their half-forward line.
Down the ground?
Maybe just a fraction late. Ball now. Floyd's there. He can't take clean possession. Picked up by Taylor. Ball has been pushed over the boundary line. And I reckon a good call by the young fella there. So I couldn't tell you who should get it.
Both shoes. So I think that's the right decision.
So umpire about to restart play, and at the I reckon about the 27-minute mark, it's 14-18 to Werribee, 8-11 to Inverleigh.
Back in now. Trying to get in, couldn't quite. Donohue gets over the back inside the forward 50 to Dixon, gets over his head. Sutton was there, Robinson as well. He has ball in hand now. He's going to use the whip for the ground. Short chip kick to Stevenson as the siren goes off for full time. Bit of a short quarter, that one. Werribee come out victors and are now 8-0, 14-18, 102. Inverleigh, they put up a good fight for most of the game, 8-11-59. That quarter went for 26 minutes
26 minutes.
and was brought to you by Morris Finance.
I was just starting to enjoy it.
Yeah, I reckon it went 28, Grub, because they had that little bit of time when it hadn't been reset.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
So I reckon that's pretty close to where it beat. Goal kickers for the day and for the winning side, it will be 4 to Linehan coming in, 2 to Stone, 1 each to Saliba, McDonald, Kerr, Taylor, De Leon, Watt, Robinson and Chesterman. And for Inverleigh, they're 8 goals, 2 each to Floyd, Mays and Dixon, 1 to Grundle and 1 to Haberfield. We're going to take a short break, come back. Robbie's going to summarise what happened here this afternoon. We're going to get some scores from around the ground and give our votes for the game here this afternoon, which is going to be no easy task.
Oh, it's going to be almost impossible.
You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football. Welcome back here this afternoon, and it will be the Werribee side that will remain undefeated. They kicked 14 goals, 18, 102 to 8, 11, 59. And both sides will be a little bit disappointed because they're going to come out of this game with some injuries. So just some scores from around the ground. East Geelong 83 lead, Belmont Lions 67. Bellpost Hill big lead
Sorry,
at the
can you
moment.
say that again?
Yeah, and East Geelong 83, Belmont Lions 67. Not too sure how much time there. Bellpost Hill 143, Thompson 54. Bannockburn 126, Giants 22. Werribee, obviously we just did that one. North Geelong 166, Corio 49.
Wow.
Winchelsea 151, Anarchy 33. So there's some massive margins there.
Well, we've prided ourselves on a close competition, but that's been blown out of the water
Yeah,
today.
it certainly has. There's two games that were close. Obviously, this one was close to up until probably three-quarter time, and Werribee have got away there. And the other one, obviously, still in progress, we think, is 83, East Geelong 67 to the Belmont Lions. Grab your thoughts here this afternoon. You'd be pleased with what they put up there. If they kicked a little bit straighter, the margin could have been greater. Both sides weren't good in that area.
I think they've done that on a couple of occasions against Bellpost and North, and they certainly did it today. 32 shots to 19, and they win by 7 goals. I think if they kick straight, they win by more, but it didn't sort of look like that as we watched the game. Like, Inverleigh were a chance all day, and then at three-quarter time, they're still in it, and they just lost their way, and Central's played 2-1 in the last quarter. In Inverleigh with probably the best defender, or one of the best defenders in this century, which is Jack Follett. They lost him. They lost
Dan Mark.
Dan Marr. I know Werribee Central's lost, I think they lost Harley Kilby, but you know, when you're on the bench like that and the way Werribee play, as I said earlier, Ethan Floyd spent a bit of time on the bench in the second half. He didn't because he couldn't. And it really hurts your rotations. And up until the last 10 minutes, when there was only 3 or 4 goals in it, I think Inverleigh were proud of their performance. And even so, they got away in the last couple of, 10 minutes and they kicked some goals and the game was all over. The reason it's so hard to give votes, I think, today is because there was so many really good players. Did anyone play good for 4 quarters from either side? I think there was one, but the rest of them played really, really good footy. Young blokes like Jarvis Miles, I thought was good at times. And then he faded a little bit. Werribee Central's had some players exactly the same that probably didn't play the full 4 quarters. But that's the way they play their game. When their better players starting to go out of the game, other people come in. Like Camilleri did some wonderful stuff, but he wasn't the player that he's been dominating for 4 quarters. So, look, it was a really, really good game of footy, actually. And Werribee Centrals, look, they'll be very, very pleased beating the third side by that. But I think they'll still be a little bit disappointed in their inaccuracy in front of goal, because once you get to St Albans and you don't kick straight, you're a real chance to get beat. But they've got a long time to work on that. They were very good. And you know what? I thought Inverleigh were pretty good too.
Yeah, as I said, it's just a shame from such an early stage of the game they didn't have those two key defenders, which may have, well, it's hard to say whether it makes that much difference, but they would have definitely made things a lot stronger and obviously helped their rotations out, as you talk about. I think it's become a little bit more important to have those players, especially in the later part of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know at Inverleigh, I think the day they played Bannockburn over there, they were short of players that day, and it was only that they went down in the last probably 5 minutes of the game where Bannockburn kicked those last couple of goals.
So I don't think they would have won the game.
No, possibly not. But
we might have been looking at a 3 or 4 goal difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Righto, Arch, you reckon that was the easiest game to give votes this afternoon, so I'm going to throw straight across to you, mate.
It's fine. I'm going to start off the votes. I'm going to give one vote to Zach De Leon. I thought he was good, especially in the second half of the game. I reckon his pressure acts all over the ground. I reckon that he had clean hands.
No one's going to be worse.
I reckon he set up multiple goals, and I reckon it was the 1%ers as well. I don't reckon his stat sheet would look amazing, but no, I think he definitely deserved a vote for me. I thought he did a couple of things I was really impressed with, and even things off the ball as well. 2 votes have gone Cancel Lieber. I think the way that he just sets up goals as well. I think he only ended up with one himself, but how unselfish he is, how far he's getting up the ground, and his work rate as well to push right back and help out when the ball's inside forward 50. He's also got great ruck craft as well, like reading the ball off the ruck. So the way he does that's really good. And then 3 votes have given to Bryce Cunningham. I thought he faded in the last quarter. I thought when the game was there to be won, I thought he even chopped out in the middle of the ground, and I thought he'd always bring the ball to ground. And contrary to his other key forward in Kirker, even if he got, even if Linningham Cunningham got beaten, he never let his opponent mark the ball. He always brought it to ground and gave players like Saliba a chance to get the ball. So, yeah, that's my 3 votes.
You want to continue the comedy hour?
Well, I haven't given any of those. I haven't given any one of those players votes today. I gave 1 vote to Will Stoney in Inverleigh's defence. I thought he was really good this afternoon. Took a lot of relieving marks, and he played on probably one of the hardest opponents, or one of the hardest to keep track of. Maybe he didn't have his best day today, Kirker, but I thought Will Stoney's game was pretty good down there. I gave 2 to Culliver. I still like the way he manufactures his work through the middle of the ground. He maybe not had the amount of touches, but every time he does get one, he makes them count. And I thought, for mine, Jack Stevenson across half back line for the Werribee side was pretty damn good this afternoon and held up a lot and delivered them forward.
I didn't give any of them.
So it's going to be interesting then.
It's a 3-way tie.
We're about to give 3 ones today. So who did you give those to, Grub?
I did give 1 to Cam Saliba.
Oh,
I just thought
yeah.
where Werribee Centrals were falling down as their last kick in, and I thought his new role, he was fantastic. I gave 2 votes. I can't remember the 2 votes, but I gave 3 votes to who's getting it, because I don't care what you say. I can't believe you've left out Aaron Stone, 38 possessions, 17 clearances. How the hell could you leave out Aaron Stone?
Not for me, not today. Not what I've expected from him.
He had 15 clearances from the middle.
No.
Let's watch the video. I'm coming to your joint tomorrow, and we'll watch the video.
Come to work.
I'll bring it to the pub. He was incredible. Absolutely incredible, and he's getting it, so I don't care what you say.
Well, you got the votes. You're going to deliver it. That's okay. You can do whatever you like in there.
He was the only bloke, aside from Saliba, that delivered the ball properly inside 50. And Oliver played his worst game I've ever seen him play. How did you give him a vote?
So there you have it. Grubby's decided that Aaron Stone is the best player on the ground this afternoon. We'll let him have that privilege here this afternoon because it is their past players' day, and he's got the jumper on, and we're not going to dispute it because we've still got to get out of Werribee, don't we, Arch?
Yeah, exactly. That was his birthday yesterday, so.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it is his birthday yesterday. And believe me, a little bit older than he's 59 that he did say he was.
He might be 64.
Yeah. I was going to say next week we have got a weekend off, but that's not the case, is it?
No,
We've got an Interleague game taking place out at the Werribee football ground. Winchelsea. That's right. Well, that'll be easier for you, but it'll be nice to travel across there. As I said, Interleague, it's under 25s again. That's the process, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yep.
I'm not too sure whether we'll be going up with our best side because a lot of them are either taking holidays or overseas or going away. But
might be the case with them too. You know,
that's the way. That's exactly right. Kids these days and football has changed because it's not their footy season. We can tell you from around the grounds that most other games have finished. The only one that probably is close that could change will be the Belmont Lions and East Geelong. But East Geelong were in front when we last visited the scoreboard. So again, from myself, Grubby and Arch, and also from the boys, well, there's only one of them here today, Tyler. But do we have a cameraman today? Oh, I didn't even see him.
No, the camera worked by itself.
I was going to say, I haven't even seen him today. He usually pops his head in the box.
Boys, before we go, Buckley's Elders, Plant Art Foods, Morris Finance, Ratley's Market of the Day, Kempy Engineering Player of the Day, Hotham Hotel, Golden Day Connectel. What's that?
Beersdorf.
Oh, I'm gone.
Beersdorf.
Me boys, Red Onion, promoted. Streamline, Raiders Bingo, Oswine Plumbing and Civil, Athletes Foot, Common the Feed, Wells, the Yards, the Club Warehouse, Victory. You think I've forgotten one, don't you? But I haven't forgotten one. It's Sirocco Cruise and Travel. You wouldn't believe this. For under 17,000 for 28 days, you can go to Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. China and Japan under 12 game, 25 days.
Is that a group booking?
Unbelievable. Scotland under $6,000. Mate, they're operating out of Newcombe for 45 years. They can arrange personality, tailored domestic, international travel from hotel and resort accommodation to air and ground transport, including rental cars, cruises, and tour packages. Group travel, and guess what? Their support feeds orphanage children, and they are fantastic people. Shop 31 Newcombe Central, 5248 61 Ballerine Highway, Newcomb, phone number 5248 1605. Get out there and go on holiday.
From all of us here, until next week, we hope you join us back here again. You've been listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.